Wait, hold on. I'll get one more my size.
There you go.
Perfect. Perfect.
Well, I feel like normal guitars would look that small in Ymir's hands.
Exactly. This is Ymir's little. If he were a bard,
Yeah.
this is his instrument of choice,
Well, you did roll a D1 for instrument size, so
and that's why he has this.
never letting you
I
forget
picked
that.
it. Yeah.
Look,
I caught it.
understandable.
Yeah.
This is also Ymir's greatsword.
Yes.
Oh, yep, yeah.
That looks a little much for him to handle, but you know.
Well, look, okay. All right, wait. How about this one?
Yeah, good. That's nice and stubby.
Or actually, no, we're even better.
Oh yeah,
this one.
Twitch totally isn't going to take this down.
No, it's fine. You're allowed to knives and shit you can show.
Yeah.
Guns that you get in trouble for.
Yeah, Twitch doesn't like 2A.
Yes.
All right. Well, we are, in fact, speaking of, we are live and we're on Twitch, and it's amazing.
Welcome. Hello. How are
Hi,
you?
Twitch.
And when last we left our heroes, Timmy, do you want to give me a bit of a recap, seeing as you were sort of at the forefront, at the eagle head, as it were, of the operation that led us to the La Floridita?
I thought he was a parrot.
Yeah, but I did like an eagle's dive to fucking make sure I was the first motherfucker on it, and then flap my cloaca open.
Yeah, whilst you were doing an eagle dive, I was doing a fucking swan dive trying to fight fish people.
Hey, we got those fish people down, all right? I
so
rate your
when
swan
we-
dive
when
a
we-
10 out of 10.
When we last left off was around 2 weeks ago now. We were given some information by Kingston Rolls that he has a ship that obviously was used when he was alive, and we could have it as long as we helped him take him to where was that place again? What was it called again? The through the Underdeep. And he had
Skullport.
business-
I think it was Skullport.
It
Yeah,
was
he had business-
Skullport.
He had business in the Skullport. That we as long as we took him there, he would give us the ship. After a weary, heavy battle on the Dwarven Forge, we went back, did a little Christmas mission, and came back with vigor, saving, like almost losing Splug, but then saving him.
He saved himself, dude.
Pauly hearing, trying to be stealthy, but then hearing the bells of the ship, shot ahead while Ymir tanked most of the actual effort and work.
That's what he does.
Winfred became a pincushion for pufferfish and murlocs alike. While
Gotta love that.
While Thorendir uses his Jedi mind tricks to convince one of these sea people to stab each other, which I thought was pretty damn interesting. And Pauly, like I said, flew ahead, shot on the ship to claim it as his. Started just killing anything that was on the ship, and also tied up a merwoman, a merlady, merman, merlady, merperson,
merfolk,
Burbage,
and killing a drow in the process. Did I miss anything, damn daddy?
No, I think that's mainly it. So the drow, it turns out, was not a drow, but some sort of deep sea creature shapeshifted into a drow. From that as well, I believe Thorendir was able to come away with a manta ray cloak.
Yeah, and I had a coral rapier.
Yeah. So fun and games, really.
And Winfred came out of it with a couple of cuts and bruises.
Have those been added in?
He was asleep.
Cuts and bruises? I fucking hope not.
No. The rapier.
I don't think I added it. You might need to.
Okay. What was it called?
Just like coral rapier.
Okay. Equipment. I'll do that now. Manage equipment. Yeah, cool. Because I'll definitely be wielding. Because I can dual wield, so I'll definitely have that in the other hand.
Yeah.
Did you say it was +2?
No, it doesn't have it's not magical, but it has a poison feature.
Okay. There is no thing as a coral rapier when I search in D&D Beyond.
No, it'll have to be made
Yeah, you just have to make it custom
Custom.
because I've made it up off the top of my dome.
Yes.
So
Like
smart and
the
fancy.
fuckbringer. I
Yeah.
can't even remember what I named the fuckbringer to
Is there,
begin with.
is there a poison rapier in general? Probably not. No, is there?
Maybe not. Actually, I might be able to see if I can give you. Can I just give it to you? As
I mean,
a
I could just give myself a, Holy Avenger rapier. It's only a legendary rapier.
Sounds about right.
Sounds about correct, right? The 9 Live Stealer. That sounds cool.
It kills
I think, I
cats.
think I think the one thing I really, really enjoy about looking through D&D in general is just the amount of items that people have created.
Just like random shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
There's some cool stuff on D&D Beyond, though I usually have to sort by like votes, so you don't get like something just like insane that like
Yeah.
someone was like, oh, I've created the fuckbringer, and when you use it once 10 times per day, it makes you have sex with everybody and also does 10d million damage. You're like, okay,
I mean,
okay,
mean,
buddy. you
I mean,
created
that could be a cool way to come up with it.
you
My
created
friend
cheat codes in
Tanner-
your game. I get it.
Yeah, my friend Tanner is from Texas. He does this show on TikTok called Wally's Wondrous and Not So Wondrous Items, and so he's come up with he's found just so many items on like Pinterest and shit like that that would work. They're really high chaos. Don't get me wrong. Like there's a jar of bees,
Mhm.
and the grenade of many things. It's like the deck of many things, but it's a
Oh,
grenade.
that sounds horrendous.
Yeah, and they actually seem like heaps of fun.
I
I've
don't know
always
about-
wanted to play around with like a high chaos item, not so much a weapon, but just an item that we can use in scenarios. But yeah, it's always been one of those cases of what do we include in the game that's not game breaking?
Yeah. So in my worlds there is a fantasy Bunnings, and there
Yeah,
is
nice.
often interesting. I've got a spreadsheet of interesting items that are available at fantasy Bunnings, and we may get there if you survive long enough to make it somewhere that has access to a fantasy Bunnings. I mean, obviously,
Fuck
like the
yeah.
first thing you want to get is the sausage in a bun.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
is there a
yeah,
sausage in a
look,
bun?
That's all that
Need a
actually matters.
sasso.
That's all
Yeah,
that actually
exactly.
matters.
Absolutely.
do
Can,
need
the,
that
can the
sasso.
sausage in the bun be that health thing we were talking about?
Yeah. Well, typically they only have one can left of that rusted can of pure blonde cider, and it tastes awful to chug it down, but actually makes you hardier by drinking it. So
Perfect.
that might be the way to
Sounds
go.
like eating gravel.
Yes.
Yum.
Just it hardens you up.
All right. So you're on the ship.
Oh, have you added that +1 rapier in already? Yeah, you have into
Yeah. And I've added another feature, which is the inject toxin.
Okay.
So that's when you do the attack to hit, you can try and inflict them with the poison.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Sorry.
So you're on you've made your way onto the ship. The inky darkness of the water stretches off into the distance, and if you remember, the cavern you're in is so high up that you can't really even see the ceiling. You're that far. You're so far underground that even the roof of this cavern is up in the darkness somewhere. Those of you even with dark vision struggle to make anything out. It actually looks like there might even be stars up there, but then you realize that perhaps they're moving slowly, and it's actually some kind of bioluminescent creatures, bugs up on the roof up there. The only sound, though, is the faint lapping of water on the hull of La Floridita. Those small ripples made from the merfolk's body and the other bodies that you kind of threw into the dark waters. Pauly, Ymir, and Winfred, you stand upon the deck of the ship. What are you doing next?
Can I make a snot roll?
Yeah.
I want to look for food or like supplies.
I will drag up the mer lady.
I got a 22.
Cool.
So I tied her up at the very end of it, didn't I?
I believe so. Well, she was paralyzed, like face down in the water. Last we saw her. So yeah, you can get down there and tie her up. Winfred, the closest source of food you find is actually in sort of a satchel that Splug has over his shoulder, and in it is a bunch of like cured meats, some cheeses, some stale bread, and he's got his like a little box of salt and spices. That's probably the closest source of food. As you sort of pad over to him, though, he's been just put down on the ship. He's barely conscious. You do smell above the smell of sort of rotting fish, of these Koatoa creatures. You do smell another sort of pungent, rotting flesh kind of smell coming from within the ship itself.
Oh no! Did you hit your quota?
What?
Did he hit his amount to release the Kraken?
Oh, have we?
No.
I don't know.
No,
No,
we're
I'm
at
just-
Oh no,
54%.
we're at 54%.
I'm just making sure because you're saying there's a pungent bloody smell in the bottom of the ship, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, no, we're at 54% with 2 hours left for unleashing the Kraken.
Yeah, we're good. We are Gucci, right?
Thank God. How much we need?
Don't remind him. A lot.
About 10,000.
I got 1,000.
Don't do it! Don't fucking do it.
I'll do it at
So
the last minute.
whilst Winfred
Crikey, that
gets
sun's bright. Give me a second.
so while Winfred's sort of schnozzing around in Splug's bag, Pauly, you're able to kind of haul up this fish creature. You've sort of tied some rope around it, got your shibari knots happening, and are able to secure it
We call them
on the deck.
sailor's knots.
Sailor's
That's
knots,
better.
right.
Sorry, what did Winfred get? I couldn't stand the sun in my eyes like that.
Sure. You found a bunch of cured meats, some hard cheeses, and some stale bread, and a little box of spices by schnozzing around in Splug's over the shoulder bag.
Yeah, good.
And he's kind of passed out or semi passed out from the beating he took earlier, trying to fight back to back with Ymir. Thought he could hang with the big boys, but couldn't handle it. And but what you did smell above the smell of sort of fishy death and decay of the Koatoa creatures that you'd murdered is and sort of the fish entrails that are on your claws, I imagine. It does smell a bit stale and possibly even like rotted fleshy within the ship itself, sort of coming out from the cargo hold, those holes on the deck. You can smell just bad smells in there. It's like worse than teenager bedroom.
Right.
Okay. And then
It smells real bad in here, but Splug has some food, which he's doing.
Right. Splug and Winfred, my darling, can you please go check out what that smell is and maybe just clean it up? We need to have a tight ship now. This is ours.
I think Splug's dead. I poked
Oh, is he?
Splug.
Oh, that's right. He's
he's-
barely conscious.
Yeah, he's not unconscious.
Can I see him stirring at all when I poke him?
Yeah, he
He's
does
awake.
Stabbing
stir.
him with your claws. Yeah.
Stab.
Well, now he's dead.
And
He's
she's
just-
still paralyzed, isn't she? The mer person.
Yeah. In fact, let's see.
You should tie her to the front of the ship and ask her for directions. That's how the pioneers did it.
She starts to come awake though, and starts
Okay.
struggling in her binds. Now, Pauly is a bit of a sea folk, is a bit of a sea man, if you will.
Nice.
Do you want to give me a this would be the equivalent of a sleight of hand check, I think, or maybe
Sure.
like a survival.
Sleight of hand or
Give me a
survival?
sleight of hand check. Yeah. To like how well you've done these ropes.
11.
All right. No,
You're good.
the toxin still working its way through her system. She can't really break these bonds at all, and you have plenty of time to kind of get them tight and secure it to the side of the ship.
All right, now, calm down. Do you speak common?
She hisses at you a little bit in sort of this underwater gurgly kind of language, and then she says in common, you'd be wise to let me go.
All right. I want to try and persuade her and say, no, it's okay. We're not here to harm you right now. We just want to know
Right
why
now.
you guys were here.
This is our place. This is our find. You've come and stolen it from us.
And being a person of the sea, you know that the right of ownership is only held by the might of the man who holds it. Now, I'm pretty sure right now
Or
we are the
Parrot.
men who hold it.
Ymir points at Kingston and goes, "It's his boat. It was his."
And this lovely man, Ghost Pirate over here, has given us claim to this boat. And I don't really think you have much friends or help to help you out right now. So I think it'd be best in your interest to play along.
I don't like how he keeps saying right now.
I have
Like
this
she's going
image
to have
of Pauly
help
pointing
soon.
at Kingston, but because Kingston's like see-through, Winfred thinks
Looking
he's
through.
pointing at him.
Woman's like, "It's not my boat."
It's not my boat. Leave me out of this.
Crosses his arms like, I'm tough.
Ymir just goes, "Are you going to behave, or are you going to die? Which would you prefer?"
She says, I would rather not die, but what's she got here? Wait, sorry, I lost my place.
I'll be right back.
But the sea mother will look poorly on your journey.
Alright,
The sea mother.
would I know who the sea mother is? Can I roll?
I mean, it sounds like some kind of, sea goddess or whatever. You have probably heard similar kinds of things where, there's
different
gods
names
and
for them.
goddesses. Yeah.
It's like Calypso in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. You're not sure if it one-to-one tracks down here in the undersea as well with what
Right.
you've experienced up in the ocean.
Ymir just points out, "I know of one, and it is the Mountain Daddy. I do not know of the sea mother."
Yeah.
Look, I feel like being nice today. It's a bit of a special day for me.
I do not.
I've always wanted one of these things before. One of these beautiful crafts, and I kind of just stroke the, like the actual just deck of the ship.
I'm glad you
So-
weren't stroking my arm, because that's a worry.
So, as long as this party agrees, I think we'll let you off. But I want you to bring a warning to you, your kind, and any you meet that this ship is ours, and it is not to be taken from us.
You
Not
hear
without an army behind you.
an audible face plant. Just a face palm of just like, "Oh no. Here we go again."
She says, my what a fish swim in? A school? What else would they be in? A swarm? No.
That's right. Should this be intimidation or something like that, or persuasion? I don't know.
Well, she says, take me to Sloopledoop, the city of my people, so that I may give them this message, and I will promise that we will inflict no harm upon you.
Can you
Um,
guarantee us safe passage?
Yeah, just like
There is no
before any
such
of
thing
that,
as safe passage in the Undersea.
Is she on the level? Is she telling the truth? Can I make an
Yeah.
insight check on that?
Yeah,
Sure.
can I
Can you-
as well?
Yeah.
I'll assist you because I'm assuming you'll have a better insight than me.
+0, mate.
Oh, mine's -1.
It's still better.
Yeah, so I'm
should,
assisting you.
should we roll with advantage? Is that what you
Yeah,
want?
you just
Yeah,
roll with
yeah, roll
advantage.
with advantage.
Okay.
Wow. Really glad you had that advantage, boys. I mean, she seems to be on the level.
Great.
How?
Can he rewrite? No.
Fucking trust her completely.
All right.
So,
Yeah.
At that, I'm going to throw Pauly off the boat, and just say, "Well, this is mine now. You fuck off. You fuck off. You're all right,
Gee.
Splug. I love you."
So good.
Yeah, so
Jesus.
Pauly, you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I can trust her. And Ymir gives you a bit of the, I know people. We could trust her, and you're like, you know what? Yeah. that
Whilst this,
assistance from
whilst this is all
I
going
like-
on, Winfred found a
She
firefly.
was assisting.
I like to think that the 2 was Ymir because that was the second roll.
yeah, so the
the
assistance
was
from
2,
Ymir.
so Ymir knows a bit more.
It's still a 2. So you're like, yeah, I trust people.
Well, I mean, if it was my roll, it would have been a 1 as well.
Yeah, correct.
So
Okay, perfect. So yeah, all right. Well, you know what? Yeah, absolutely. We need to go take Kingston rolls back because we are men of our word, and we have promised him to take a thingo. But straight after that, we will take you back to your home.
She says, and so where are you taking this spectre?
Kingston, just like pass the information off to him.
He says, well, we've got unfinished, unrequited business in Skullport underneath Waterdeep. But, well, I'm sure there's some kind of hijinks we can get up to in the low seas while we're at it.
Is your home on the way to Skullport?
She kind of looks at you appraisingly and says, how much do you know of the Undersea?
Can I roll a check on that, or?
Well, you tell me. Would Pauly know much about the Underdark, like these underground caves? I don't think you would have sailed down here with giants.
No, I like. Look, no, he wouldn't. Let's be really honest here. Like, I mean, and even then too, I'm a bird. You know,
Yeah.
underground is really not my thing. So no, I'd say, like, you know what? I'd probably say these are uncharted waters for me, but it does not mean I don't want to sail them.
Yeah, she says, well, I
Winfred
could
would have some knowledge of caves, wouldn't he?
This is the undersea. It's like a sea caves.
There's like the ultra like deep caves.
Okay.
I mean, we're probably looking into the territory of like, you know, the dwarven or like even lower than the dwarf mines kind of thing. I mean, that's where you are, right? Like you're even lower than dwarf
You said
mines
that
at the moment.
Thorendir might know.
he's not here.
Yeah, he's I think he's just
Really
having
stumped.
he's probably now that this area's cleared, he's just letting his cousins know what's what.
Yeah, cool.
Organizing some supplies, perhaps. Doing like that really elaborate dwarven handshake that can take 3 hours to do. Like dwarven goodbyes are just the worst.
Yeah, fair enough.
She says, "I can. You can take me home on the way, and I can help you navigate this. I can help you navigate this world, Surface Dweller.
Perfect.
Though you appear to have your sea fins, I think you're a little under your depth here in the Undersea."
Funnily enough, my middle name is Humility, and you are right. I do not know no way under here. So your guidance, as long as the rest of the crew say it's okay, we will
I
take
thought
you
his
there.
middle name was Parrot.
It's also Parrot. They've got about 20 of them.
I thought it was caca.
Pauly, humility, Parrot.
She says, then untie me, and our first destination will be the Dark Lake.
Yep, I literally just just slice the ropes off with a rapier.
Yeah, Ymir's moved away just in case she lashes out at the dumb bird.
Well, I mean, rapier is a piercing weapon, so it takes a while. You have to like perforate the
You
rope.
take it out each fucking thread at a time.
Maybe is there any way I could be finessey about it?
You
like,
have a
maybe,
dagger.
Winfred comes over and tries to help out with his hammer.
I got an idea. Can because obviously I've tied the knots myself. Can I like just put the rapier in one spot, then pull with the rapier and it all just flops off?
Give me a sleight of hand check to see,
Yay!
or a performance check to see how this plays out.
I feel like this should be performance. This is totally a performance. It's like
You being a dick
Oh,
is not a
fuck.
performance.
Oh yeah!
You've got to be joking.
me showboating has always been a natural 20. Thank you very fucking much.
There is, yeah.
This is some bullshit.
It doesn't
I
get
hate
better
it
than
here.
that.
I hate it here.
Yeah, so like it's almost like that thing where someone says, when they're tying knots, they put your finger
Zorro.
here, and then you just like put the rapier into one spot, like flick it out as if you're sort of like threading a needle, and then just the ropes fall off her as if like they weren't even tight to begin with.
Could it be because it is a natural 20?
Sure.
So I've ripped it off, and then the rope is just coiled around my shoulder. It's like bang, 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 done.
Yeah.
So the parrot looks like a Christmas ham now.
Yeah. Just like,
Yeah,
and it's just like perfect adventurer rope around the shoulder bag now. And there's sort of a bit of a wing flap to kind of get it going and get that hula hoop momentum going. And then it just rests nicely, nicely on the edge. And she kind of stands up on her rear fins.
Cool.
Splug, like from his almost comatose state, is like, gives you a clap.
Yeah. Splug, my one fan.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do weekend
Your
of
only
plugs?
fan.
Yeah, correct. Subscribe. Cool. All right, well, I trust him.
Trust her implicitly now.
She's on the DL. We should
is
clean this
worried.
ship, boys. You can't sail a ship that's dirty.
All you, bud. Ymir just takes a seat.
Now, Ymir, everyone must clean the ship and the crew.
I'm going to sit this one out because I just killed
You
a lot
gotta.
of things and I'm very
Yeah, and
tired.
We all
Ymir's
have to, gotta do
you
it.
just hear a thud and Ymir's asleep.
Pauly will try to persuade Ymir to do this. Like, we can have a rest first, but on the first voyage together, we must work together. And that working together starts with making sure that the ship is top notch and in perfect shape to sail.
Ymir just starts. Ymir walks over here, checks this body. Is there anything on this body? I gotta make a roll for that. What roll do I make? Investigation?
Which
Actually,
body?
how about this, Ymir? You go check.
He's already
this little-
committed. He's committed to what he's doing now.
No, of course. How about you check this town for any supplies and maybe something we've dropped, because we do need health potions. So maybe you'll find some of those. So while we clean, you go do that.
First, I'm going to investigate this corpse.
Sure. So this was the one of these Covalent sergeants that that Pauly killed. I think shot through with arrows, if I remember correctly. He appears to have a kind of trident-like weapon, sort of like a bone trident. He also has on his belt like a net that has sort of small barbs in it, like little hooks, all throughout the net itself.
All right. So what can I take those, please?
You can take the net and the trident. Sure, I'll put that onto your
All right,
thing.
so it's just a normal trident and a normal net.
Hooked
Guessing?
net.
Hooked net. Okay.
Can I make a perception check to try and find a pirate hat and a broom?
You-
Wait, one last thing, real quick. Ymir then just grabs the leg of this guy and just sort of throws the corpse over the side, and then walks to the bridge and continues on his merry way to go look through the town.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks. All right.
Winfred, you can see that there are doors leading into sort of the under part of the ship itself. You obviously there's sort of little stairs leading up to the upper parts of the ship, but there appears to be no brooms on the surface of on the deck of the ship, on the upper deck.
I'm honestly kind of afraid to go down to the lower deck because I've got like 6 hit points left and I don't
Yeah,
want
let-
anything hiding in
I
the
will-
tree to come and attack me.
I will come with you. I will come
Okay.
with
Let
you.
Captain
I need to-
Hollowbone do
I need
this.
to find a bucket.
appreciate that.
I need to find a bucket. I need to find a bucket for Splug so we can start swabbing the deck.
And I need a pirate hat. We're on a pirate ship. Need a pirate hat.
We'll find you a hat.
Yeah, good.
All right. So it's Winfred, Pauly, and Splug, or Winfred and Pauly, I guess. Splug's trying to sleep.
Just...
Yeah. Splug's like just leaning up against the mast.
Yeah. Kingston. Actually, one second. Sorry, Miss Merlady. We were very, very rude. My name is Pauly. What is yours?
Oh shit, she needs a name. Merfolk name. Here we
Nami.
go.
Call her Nami if she's going to navigate us.
Absolutely not.
That'll get me Randy.
We're not naming the mermaid.
Will it
after
get you?
that.
Will it get you, Macho Man Randy Savage?
Nami's also the navigator in One Piece.
Oh
She's
yeah,
also the
and it's,
navigator. Yeah.
and it's the character in
means
League
wave.
that is
And it means wave. Yeah.
it's the Merfolk
It means
character in
wave in
League.
Japanese.
Her she says, look, you wouldn't be able to pronounce my name, but the closest you could probably get in your language is what have we got here? Is Tidal Crest Visionary.
Tidal Crest. Okay. I'm going to call you Tide for short.
Sure.
Can I call her Pod?
She says no.
You just hear Ymir yelling from down the gangplank.
Actually, I'm
I'll call you Pod.
Yeah, Tide. Tide works. Cool.
And a
So I'm
shiver
calling
goes
you
down Ymir's spine as he realizes he's splitting the party, and he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah, he's Ymir, dude. He's fine. He's got his shield back on.
Kingston.
Yeah.
As much as we do believe this navigator's on the level, just watch it for us while we go find some cleaning supplies for the ship.
All right. Good. It'll bring an ectoplasm tear to my eye to see her back up and cutting through the ocean waves again.
Don't you worry, Kingston. I'll get her into tip-top shape.
Cool. So you're heading straight in?
Should have said that was a missed opportunity. You could have said ship top.
Tip-top's what they would say.
Ship top shape is what I'm calling it now. I'm not with you.
You've even found maps for our ship now.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, there we go. That's better.
There you go. All right. So feel free to explore the ship.
Okay. I am going to sneak around because
What's the lighting?
Can I
There's no lights or lamps in here.
I've chucked my goggles on.
I'm going to pull out. I actually have a couple of torches that I just found in my equipment bag.
A glowing object of desire.
Yeah, I have 10 torches and a tinderbox, so I'm going to light up a couple of torches and I'll give one to.
I don't need one. I'm okay.
Okay, well, I won't. I'll just light up one torch and I'll give it to myself.
Well,
Cool.
you don't have dark vision, do you?
I do. I got those goggles off Min Clark.
Oh yeah, you got fucking night vision goggles.
The
The
goggles
coolest
of the
thing is-
splintered cell, I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, they're so sick. Yeah, and they actually have like the image for them is actually like a bird too. Looks cool. Has a little beak. Cool. All right. I want to go into stealth. So
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't
Give
want
me
to
a-
run
give me a
around
stealth
this place
check.
too crazy.
I'll give you one lamp here. You sort of
Shit.
light one torch. You're still on the deck of the ship. So this is the upper deck. Oh, sorry, this is the I guess the lower surface deck. And then if you go up the stairs, it will take you to the upper deck.
Those stairs up there.
Yeah, any of the 4 stairs.
Cool. All right. I'm going to go into here. This is the front of the ship. Cool.
Yeah, so
And what's in here?
you start making your way through. There's a sort of a small corridor, and with a couple of extra doors. Upon opening one of those, you see what appear to be sort of a small crew quarters. There's some what is it? What are they? Hammocks strung up. Some old rotted, well, not rotted, but some very old sort of sea chests that are in here that appear to be already ransacked and empty.
Right. Okay. And I'll go join Winfred at the other door. Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go in front, Winfred?
Yes, please.
I will open this door.
So you
all right.
explore further, and there's sort of a captain's room with like a writing desk, a small sort of table to take notes on, things like that. Nothing. It looks quite old and worn. Everything, or mostly everything that you would consider once of value in here has pretty much been stripped off the walls and taken. The chest by the table is popped open and empty. There's a kind of game board that's on the table, but all the pieces appear to be missing. There's sort of maybe like one stone pawn, like on the ground, that was kind of left behind.
Are there any notes on the desk?
You look over there and there's nothing. There's just sort of like soggy bits of paper. It seems that the sort of the damp and the mildew have gotten into it poorly.
I feel like this will be Thorendir's room. He likes the lavish lifestyle. And then we'll go into this door. You ready, Winfred?
Yeah.
A sort of like mess hall or perhaps like a meeting room. You are able to look in. There's a couple of bookshelves. What books are left, as you sort of pull them out to have a look at them, they kind of just like fall apart, almost like into slime in your hands, as whatever dankness had gotten into them has kind of corroded them over the last couple of 100 years.
Right. How long has Kingston been dead for?
I think he said, yeah, like it's been hundreds of years.
Okay, right. All right, and then should we go downstairs? Oh, that's sick. That's really cool. Basically got teleported. Oh, here we go.
So you kind of making your way down here. Let's see if they see
dear.
you.
My fucking roll was terrible. Yep.
Yeah. As you
I'll do a stealth roll as well.
as you step down
Way too late.
as you step down the stairs, this swarm of these swarms of rats start making their way over to you. We're going to roll initiative.
Crap.
We got this. We don't. We don't got this. We don't got this.
I got a natural fucking 1. Are you kidding me? I'm going to die.
I'm in front of you. I'll die first.
Imagine that. Like our epic tale, like bringing down fucking mythical beasts and we die to a swarm of rats.
Yeah, it's happened to the fucking worst people.
So a
not-
We
9 to
haven't taken
hit,
down anything mythical yet, have we?
I believe, does not hit. as these rats sort of come and start swarming all over you, Pauly. This dirty swarm sort of climbing up your talons and trying to bite into you and just sort of getting up all over your feathers.
I'm gonna just okay. Yeah, I think that's not my turn anyway.
It's your turn
Oh,
now.
cool. I am gonna go and like just get both rapiers out and just start attacking with both of them at these guys.
You're swinging them, are you? Hoping
Just
to,
stabbing.
hoping to hit with the tips. Like, ah!
22. That didn't roll my sneak though.
Because you're not sneaking.
No, I get sneak attack damage.
Ah,
as part
yeah,
of
it
my
did.
Swashbuckler. Did it?
Yeah, 1d8 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2d6.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes. Cool.
Yeah.
17.
17 or 22 will hit. So you start sort of poking in with the rapier, giving it a bit of the old on guard. The only problem is obviously these tiny creatures are hard to hit, and yeah, they are. You think they're sort of resistant. You're sort of plucking off individual rats with your precision strikes, but they kind of just keep coming. Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna hit him with my newly found coral rapier. Now I'm not sure if this is gonna add sneak damage or not. That's probably the one thing I'm worried about.
It shouldn't, but we can. If it does, we can minus it off there.
I'm just going to cut in real quick. To anyone in chat wondering why Jacob has frozen, it's because he's restarting his computer. He will be back shortly.
He's got such a good look on his face.
Amazing too.
Yeah, because I looked up, he hadn't blinked in a while. Then I got the message. I was like, okay.
He just got really excited by the rats. He was just
No, that was
Sorry,
dread.
I didn't mean to press that.
That's right.
That was pure dread.
Either way, it was a 1. It was a critical 1.
So you kind of trying to brush off these rats as they're sort of cannoning into you. And
Sorry about that.
Nope, all good.
I had a computer freeze.
Nope, all good. I had to tell chat because
Too many times.
You didn't blink for a while. And I was like, I should probably tell chat that he's resetting his computer.
Yeah. I've got this problem with my PC. I think my graphics card might be a dud. Because every time I alt tab too many times, it decides to freeze and doesn't want to do the thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not nice. Give me a moment while I load everything back up.
Sure.
Sorry to put a pin in things.
That's fine. As the second swarm of rats makes its way, just the entire floor of the of this deck of the ship just seems to be just entirely rats, Pauly, and they're just swarming you, surrounding you, like you breathe and it's rats.
Gross.
As Winfred sort of stands behind you, strong, ready to about to provide some assistance potentially.
Now everything else is carking it. What the fuck is going on with my computer? I want to try and because the rats are currently on Pauly, right?
Yeah, there's like 2 big swarms of rats. One's like on Pauly, one's like next to him.
I just want to say, Pauly, I'm really sorry about this, and then I want to go into a rage.
Sure.
I'm so worried about you with fire right now.
Right. Now we gotta do the teddy bear rage.
And this is gonna be fire. Guaranteed it's gonna be fire.
It's kind of what he wants for, I think, isn't it? Yep, there we go, fire.
All right. And I just I say I'm really, really sorry about this, and then I grip my hammer in the sort of like Bolvar style, and I sort of like jolt it a little bit, and affix my gaze toward the rats, and blast them for 2 fire damage each.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's swarms of rats, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right. I take 2 damage as well, don't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you
go. So there's this sort of blast of fire and heat on you and around you, Pauly, and these rats. And at that, throughout the room, you hear a groan. In fact, you hear multiple groans. You hear, and then the door to your left, Pauly, or the door to your west, something slams into it from behind.
Right.
But first, swarm of rats trying to bite you. No luck though.
God.
They just can't seem to.
They
You're.
can't get through the feathers.
Oh, sorry. Can I still attack the rats or?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. I
Oh,
completely skipped you.
yeah, no, sorry. I want to swing for this group of rats here. I just want to do like a straight down.
Yep.
I feel really bad because this is not the first time that I've gotten you with the.
I'm pretty sure every second time you do your aura, I'm right next to you.
It's just always fire when it's least needed.
know.
It's bad.
No, it's okay. I like your abilities. They're cool.
16 to hit.
16 will hit the swarm of rats.
Okay, cool. I want to do a versatile hit, so both hands.
Yep.
8 damage.
Okay. Again, you slam this hammer into these rats, and it's essentially like playing Whack-A-Rat, which is probably a great game that Winfred and the Bearkin do play. But you're able to crush some of them, but it doesn't seem to be. You know, you're used to hitting sort of big targets and breaking bones. They just seem to keep coming. There just seems to be more.
Okay.
And
All right.
more. Let's.
Have you been hit at all? Are you okay?
Me,
Still
I've
on six
only got 6 hit points left. I'm gonna die.
Maybe we should run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
We're running.
Mm.
No, we didn't say that anyway, but like, yeah.
Yeah, you hear a slamming on this door.
Fuck. Because I do see one zombie down there.
Yeah, this door bursts open and out lurches what appears to be a dead sailor.
This must be his crew. I actually, yeah, fuck.
This one in
this must be
particular
his crew.
looks quite gnarly.
Are they coherent at all?
One of them, they're sort of shuffling out. This one in particular has sort of barnacles growing all up at the side of his neck. He's got starfish, a starfish on his arm. His hair looks sort of like matted weeds, and a lot of his flesh seems to have fallen off over time.
I'm glad I'm not there to deal with that.
Pauly.
Can I use can I use a free action to try and talk to them in a way?
What do you say?
Captain on ship.
Oh yeah.
Like salute that, like really loud.
And look kind of ridiculous because you're a multicolored parrot.
No, doesn't matter. I'm not, mate. It's irrelevant. The captain is on ship.
Yeah,
give me give me a persuasion check.
Sure.
I want to see how this goes.
Oh,
it's not bad.
It's actually not bad.
16.
The sort of other zombies that look pretty terrible sort of look around and take a moment to kind of look at each other, and they seem to halt for a moment.
I'm not waiting for them to figure out we're not.
All right. Well, I Pauly am your new bosun, and the captain, Kington Rage and Rolls, is on top up there. Now these rats are a problem, men. Will you not deal with them?
There's just there's a general kind of low level moan, as these zombies kind of look around, and they actually look to the more fucked up
One.
yeah.
At the mention of the name Kingston Roll, like Rage and Rolls, do they have any recollection?
It's hard to tell because their faces are all mostly
Melted.
melted off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you'll have to, I guess, wait and see what they do on their turn. Because like while you're yelling this, I think you're fighting rats off.
Yeah. Okay. So like, okay, I'll keep attacking the rats, but like that, like, is that cool as a free action just to basically,
Yeah.
say captain and shit on deck?
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm just gonna keep stabbing. Ooh, damage is good too. 17.
17 will definitely hit. Are you hitting the swarm that's
Right.
on you, or the one you've already been hitting?
The one in front of me, that's actually a bit easier. I'll probably try to brush off. I'm actually probably gonna use talent. Like I'm probably have to use my talons, and then just try to scrape the other ones off.
Sure.
So like, yeah, not talon the rapier, but my talons.
Gotcha. All right. There's many fewer rats now in this pile. Significantly fewer.
And then I'll use my talons to just try to scrape at them.
Mhm.
Just to brush the ones off me. Where are we? Sorry. There we go.
13 will hit. Yep.
13.
1d4 minus 1 damage.
That's unfortunate.
Hilariously unfortunate. As you sort of bring your talons up, you're just trying to like step on these rats, trying to scrape them off you. But unfortunately, they
Just
kind of
moving.
just evade you. They, as your talon, tries to scrape them off, they just climb onto your legs and start climbing up those little chicken legs of yours. The zombies appear to have stopped and are kind of looking towards this drowned looking sailor. The rats are not as convinced though. They try and bite you.
Fair. They are civilized though.
They are civilized. 15 to hit
It does hit.
for 4 piercing damage.
Yep.
Winfred.
I have a question. My Warhammer, is it meant to be a +3 Warhammer?
No.
No, is it a plus? Oh, okay.
You might give it a +3 because of your strength.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just looking at the weapon swing that I did before. And it was +3, +2. I was thinking +2 was because I was in rage. I'm just checking that my stats are right. That's all.
Okay, so the +3 should be so the attack roll. So the +3 should be 1d20 +3 is your strength, then +2 is your proficiency, and then the damage. What was you rolled? Damage is +3 +2. Yeah, so the +3 you only add your strength for the damage, but then it's +2 because you're raging. So that is correct.
Okay. All right. All good. I'm gonna pretty much do the same thing again. I want to try and like place a whack-a-rat with my hammer.
Yeah.
And I'll do the bonus action to use the fire wave as well. So I imagine it'd just be like hammer comes down, fire wave comes out.
Cool. All right. The rats plus Pauly all take 2 fire damage.
And I'll roll for the warhammer.
And there's not many rats left. 12 is enough to get them, and you're able to sort of clean up the last of the rats here.
Thank fuck for that.
And squish them squish like the ones that aren't quite burnt and singed, smoosh into the deck, leaving these sort of small, not like holes in the deck, but certainly the wood gets a little bit compacted. It's like you've driven a hammer into wood.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
Would Kingston have heard that call?
Yeah, probably. I think he's up on deck, just hanging out with the merfolk. I mean, you told him to stay up there though.
I did. Can I? I mean, like, okay, I'll do it on my turn. It's fine. I'll wait till my turn. Unless Winfred wants to yell out for Kingston.
I'd probably have a better job yelling out for Kingston, seeing as I'm a fucking bear. I I yell out for Kingston. I'm not going to yell into the microphone. I'll save you all the all my diaphragm. But I'll yell out for Kingston. To come below deck.
Yeah.
Below deck, above deck. Which deck are we on?
You're on the lower deck.
Lower deck. Yeah, come below deck.
Okay. Where's Kingston? Let's see. Cool.
I
Yeah.
love Kingston.
So he kind of floats down through the wall, and
because you can just fucking float, of course.
and he just sort of pokes his head through the floor from the room above, and is looking down at you, and he's like,
Hello there.
"Hello." Oh, you've got a bit of a, and I can say this because I'm bringing it back. You have a bit of an undead problem.
That we do now.
He's got a bit of rats in his stern.
Now, Captain, Captain Kingston. Now, do any of these men look familiar? And maybe you could tell them to stand out
and not kill us, please.
He says, "Oh, yes, they all look familiar. I thought they would have all kind of just died here. It looks like they're all up and still kicking, aren't you, lads?" And he points to the drowned, the drowned barnacled-looking zombie, and says, "And this prick right here, this mutineer, I thought you were lost at the bottom of the undersea." He says, "Well, I hope you plan to get a new crew, because I think this one's waterlogged, Captain."
Expired.
Look, can you help me convince them to help us to we cannot sail the ship without them. Not at least this point. There's not enough of us to run a ship like this. Tell them we will help them.
Make an abandoned ship call so they all just jump overboard and we don't have to deal with them.
Yeah, tell them.
They're zombies. Zombies are stupid.
Tell them we will help them find their eternal peace and treasure abound if they help us get to Waterdeep.
He says, we may be able to convince some of them, or at least for a time, until the rest of their limbs fall off. But this one here, and he points to the barnacled one, he thought he knew how to run this ship better than I. Kingston rage and rolls, and he made some kind of dark deal, and he kind of like spits ghostly ectoplasm on the floor and says, "How's it working out for you, you piece of shit?"
Now, gentlemen, as part of the pirate code, I suggest that we settle this once these rats are off me. We settle this with you two having a duel.
Interesting. Kingston
wouldn't you
kind of
get back at the man who mutinied your crew, and the crew has this man treated you the way that you should have been treated? Well, let's let them settle it.
Kingston kind of like floats over to you through the swarm of rats, Pauly, and kind of whispers, or maybe even a stage whisper, so Winfred can also hear. Cap, I don't know if you noticed that I'm non-corporeal, and the only way I can inflict damage on the living is by stealing
By
their
stealing their
life.
Right. Okay.
Um,
Then I will fight as your
perhaps
champion.
he says, "Look, no offense, but maybe Ymir."
You just hear someone's talking about me,
Deal.
guys.
What if? And this
You
is
stay
like
here. I'll go get
Winfred
him.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Winfred Wisdom coming in. What if,
There's the
Mr.
guy.
Kingston? What if you possess Pauly the Parrot, Humility Parrot, and then you can duel them, because then you'll be a corporeal person and not a ghost person.
He says, "I've never tried possessing someone before. That could be fun."
It's quite similar. It's quite similar to astral projecting.
Winfred, this is my body, not your body, so not your choice.
Pauly just Winfred's in the middle of a rant. Pauly's just sort of like white noise in the background, and Winfred's just like, it's quite similar to astral projection. Instead of going out of your body, you're going into another one. And he starts ranting on about some shamanistic shit. Whilst Pauly's trying to shake it.
Still covered in rats, by the way.
As Paulie's shaking Winfred, going like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up!" Like rats are just coming off him out of his feathers, falling around.
I've got animal handling skills. Are the rats going to listen to reason?
Do you speak rat?
I don't know, but like, I was looking for food before, but
every good ship needs a couple rats. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Can we have like a rat battle royale?
A rat battle royale. That would be brilliant. An epic rat battle of history.
Yeah. Whoever wins doesn't get turned into a kebab.
In sort of a gurgling, kind of tormented, waterlogged voice, the barnacled zombie says, sort of raises a decrepit arm to point towards the three of you and the rats, I suppose, and says, "This is another one of his tricks. Do not believe him. He led you to ruin once. We must take back this ship and command our own destiny."
And fight like a real captain would.
And he starts shuffling over. And he's going to try and hit you, Pauly.
Yep. Shit.
It's 13 to
13
hit.
does not hit. Does not hit.
Okay. His second attack.
Maybe he just like skewered a rat.
21 to hit.
That does hit. 8 damage.
8 damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That's just con, right?
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, cool. Fuck.
Okay.
I'm gonna die.
So after he hits you, obviously you kind of feel the slam of the punch, but you realize that there's a sort of a cold feeling on your shoulder where he hit you, and there's this sort of like blue spore-like kind of stain left behind.
Right.
Shit. Okay.
Okay. All right. So then is it my turn now?
Yeah.
You are a man of no honor. And a man of honor I will not fight in this way. And I'm going to fucking leg it. Like, just fucking leg it. Like, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then that goes...
And the rats fall off him.
Yeah, they would. I mean, like I can disengage. Thank fucking God. And I will. I mean, like it's part of my...
Yeah.
Yeah.
movement. So I'm just gonna fucking run. I'm gonna literally fly up to there. Boom.
Now, I've never done this before, but since we're talking about honor, Bear can run under Grizz's code, which means that they can only fight on if they've got a weapon, I have to fight with a weapon. If they're unarmed, I have to fight unarmed.
Yeah.
And because I was reading up on Bearkin a little while ago because I wanted to include some shit.
Awesome.
And I'm wondering, is this Ash Zombie armed?
Only in the sense that he has arms.
Okay.
But he is currently not armed in terms of weapons. He punched Pauly.
Okay. I can't remember exactly what it said in the Bearkin thing because, I might have to turn down this fight if he's not wielding a weapon, because I am wielding a weapon.
He wasn't
And it
really
would
honorable.
be-
That's the thing, though. So he wasn't really honorable. There was a
Yeah, that's the
discussion
other
of
thing that I'm thinking as well.
one-on-ones.
And I'm trying to think of because Winfred is raging, should I do the same and hoof it, or should I stick around? I'm gonna see if I can get the Bearkin thing up real quick. Just let me read it one more time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Pauly as a whole is just that he saves his own skin. To be really honest, too.
Yeah.
I tried to talk my way out of it, and I couldn't.
Meanwhile, though, I guess the rats do get a chance to attack Winfred while he's deciding, because the rats act higher in the initiative. And I think probably it's fair to say around this time, 16 to hit.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm gonna die.
5 piercing damage. You get to halve that and round down if you like.
2.
Ymir, I would think it'd be fair to say it doesn't have to be if you just want to not be there. But it would also be fair to say that you've come back to the ship and you see a Pauly has burst out of the hold. It's kind of
Bearkin, while wild, have a strict code of honor bestowed upon them by their god protector Grizzis when dictating combat between tribes or individuals. Oh, would a pirate crew count as a tribe? I think it would. Grizzis, when dictated, the code of Grizzis guarantees that a fair fight will be had between both parties, fighting unarmed and face to face. Bearkin who purposely break this vow are often cast out of their clan to live in solitude.
I mean, he's already living in solitude, isn't he?
Winfred runs.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
I'm just
back in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop rage on this one. And oh wait, no, I don't because I took damage. I'm gonna run, but before I run, I'm gonna leave behind some cinders in my wake and sort of do my bonus action to,
Sure.
Yeah, that thing, and then I'm gonna fuck off.
So you use your full action to disengage to avoid any attacks,
and
make it up the stairs.
Okay. Can I still use my bonus action if I disengage?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Because I have this idea in my head that Winfred runs away, and as he runs away, the cinders fall off his fur and burn the rats.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna make my way out. Pretty much, I'm just gonna. Hang on. How far are we going? Fuck off. No, not going back down there.
You just need to move out and then back in. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a cool little teleport thing.
Yeah, neat. Okay, cool. I wanna make it above deck.
Sure.
If I can not fuck this up. There we go. There we go.
All right.
There.
Cool. All right, you're up on the top deck, up near the the captain's wheel that we all know and love.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was saying, Dill, if Ymir at this point has sort of come back, realizing that it's a long distance and wanted to have get a snack, or felt the prickle on the back of his neck, I will allow it.
Yeah, Ymir's.
Otherwise, you might just not be here for this session, my dude.
Yeah. At this point, Ymir's come back because he's as he was walking down the, like he's gone to look at a boat, realized it was too much work, so he had to jump over. Like gangplank was broken. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna look. He looked back and he didn't see Kingston up on deck anymore, and he's like, I wonder what they're doing. And he's wandered back over. And on the way back, he realized that he was a little bit worse for wear at the moment. So I can either do it before anything. I'm gonna roll my initiative now. 13. He would have drank his last healing potion.
Sure thing.
Pop that. Well,
Dick.
9 healing.
Cool. Now the gangplank you were on is kind of like, because this map is orientated the other way, right? So it's like, here's the gangplank.
Yeah, it's up to the top. Yeah.
Well,
Ymir's like, I'd like to imagine like Ymir's walked in, and as he's walked in, Pauly's flown past him over here, and he's just like, Pauly.
Just like fucking.
Yeah, and Winfred's just disappeared.
I could just imagine like yelling at me like, our champion's coming.
Yep, he's like, okay. He hears that, and he goes, say no more, and makes his way to the
Winfred runs past and says, "No taxies, backsies,"
and pops out into the corridor.
Full of rats.
Yeah,
with the rats and the Kingstons.
Are those rats still alive? I burnt them twice.
There was some rats on me.
Oh, there was 2 sets of rats. One set of rats.
Yeah, that's right.
You bombed.
Yeah, okay.
When it comes to a horde, though, when it comes to a horde, right, like that, if it's like an AOE effect where it burns everything, wouldn't that damage be like fucking crazy on them?
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
Yeah, I'll allow that. I'll take some more health off them. Let's see.
You know what I mean? Like, because like obviously, like if each rat, like probably has like what, let's say 5, 6 health.
That's generous. But yeah,
it's. I think like you could almost say that each rat actually has 1 health, but the rats in the swarm would protect the other rats in the swarm, if that makes sense. Like they'd absorb that blow. Yeah.
Like meat shields. Yeah, I get you.
They actually, as an interesting point, which I didn't realize, well, I did at the start of this fight, they are actually resistant to like bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage for the fact that it's hard to kill a swarm with just like weapons poking them, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I think that's how it factors in that AoE stuff does full damage, right? So like,
yeah, okay, right, okay. That's what I was curious about. Whether like because obviously he's just fucking gone boom, and then the fire's gone everywhere. So basically the first layer of rats has died from that.
I've given it some juice, so there's less than half the swarm left on that one. Okay. As Ymir sort of clomps down the stairs in his scale mail armor, wielding his Herald of Venomfang Great Axe. Or are you wielding the Great Axe or the shield and something else?
His Great Axe, like, he's got the shield out, and he hasn't quite put the Great Axe away, but he's sort of like just dragging it.
Yeah.
Like he's not holding it up, so it's sort of like dragging on the floor, but he's gonna like
just leaving grooves in the wooden floor as he walks past Pauly.
He's the champion, so
I have something to say. Doesn't that axe hate wood?
Yeah, it does.
I've tried it on other wood and it didn't do anything.
Aren't we on a ship made of wood?
But I've tried to do the wood
the man
thing.
Who exploded fire twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, fuck off. Fire does not do the same damage as a magical wood-hating axe.
Maybe we could say like the wood's treated with oil or something.
It's treated. Yeah. It's treated pine. Okay.
Treated wood,
in fact, Ymir's trying to hold his.
Treated pine doesn't burn.
Ymir's actually trying to hold his axe off the ground, like just off the ground.
He was dragging it.
Yeah,
okay.
but showing his immense forearm strength.
But the axe keeps like sliding down, trying to get at the wood and gouging small holes in it.
So I like to think like I haven't scratched the deck yet.
I've been dead if we
but like the gangplank on the way into the ship, that thing, it's fucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's like, He just Ymir ducks his head around the corner, sees the rats, sees fucking old mate Barnacle Bill over here, and just goes, Kingston.
I'm sorry, that was good.
Oh, he's fucking Barnacle Bill. Look at him.
No. Please keep going. Don't let me stop you.
He goes, Kingston. My ears were burning. And as I came below deck, the fucking parrot flew past me, yelling, "The champion is here." So
The champ is here.
and a flaming bear went the other way. It was a whole thing. So what the fuck's going on down here? I see there's some rats. There's this cunt. Fucking don't like him. All right. What's going on?
Kingston, or the drowned, the Barnacle Bill, as you mentioned, sort of points to you and says, "You are their champion."
I believe so.
You're not even a sailor. You are made
I
of
don't know.
stone and would sink in the shallowest of waters.
Yeah, no, enough. Fucking parlay, fucking
Pauly-
barley,
Pauly just
parsley.
chirps out, goes, "Still can fight you, mate."
Ymir's still going on. He's just like, fucking, it's parsley or something, isn't it? Where we talk. I know some things.
And the sort of Barnacle Bill sort of raises his hands and says, "Well, then do we duel under the rules of the Marquis de Fantailor?"
Sure, why not? And I drop my shield
Okay.
and grab the axe with two hands. And who's first in the?
I mean, you've kind of just come down
are.
here, so I will allow you to make an attack.
Yeah.
Well, I have to go hydrate.
You are
this.
anyway, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I raged.
Does your camera follow you, Dan? That's sick.
Oh yeah, Dan's got the same setup thing that I do. It's this. Look. Is it gonna work now? It's not gonna work here. Lame.
Yeah, it's meant to track my face, and
Yep.
so if I move
What
around,
a framing.
You know what though? It is a pretty face to track, so that's understandable.
Exactly. Like that's
Thanks,
that's
sweetie.
why he
You're still gonna die to zombies.
I'm still gonna die.
No, not if old mate Parsley has anything to say about it. How am I going to kill these rats? Because I can't hit the wood with my axe.
Just clear the rats first, I guess. Just
Mm,
whack
yeah,
them
but
with the flat end.
Yeah, but it's not. The metal still touches the wood.
Breathe fire on them.
I can't breathe fire. I'm not a
Maybe
dragon.
shoot them with lightning.
I can probably figure that one out. Let me see what I got. I'm making a chemical reaction.
Rub your hands together and go.
Chemical reaction time. Let's see if we can make lightning. No, we can't. But I can just. I'm going to. Before I say that, I say, all right, Barnacle Bill, you fucking dickhead. Let me just deal with these fucking things first. How about we get rid of these fucking rats, and then you and me have an old-fashioned powwow? What do you reckon?
He says, "I'm here to fight you. I don't care about rats."
All right, well, Ymir's going to take a step into the rats then.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the rats. He's going to then target this Barnacle Bill-looking motherfucker and swing his axe at him.
22 will definitely
22 to hit. 13
for
damage.
13 slashing damage, absolutely.
Was that... Wait. Because raging, I'm meant to have my extra damage, aren't I?
Correct.
Did it roll for it? Because I don't have the macro to do that.
Okay.
So what is that?
Now I've got it. So it's just plus
extra... 2. Okay, so 15 damage.
Yeah, and I've put the macro on you now.
Yep, the macro is on me now.
Raging. Cool. So that's you just get one attack?
Yeah, because I raged, so I can't use my bonus action to use my second attack.
Gotcha.
This round.
He's gonna attack you back.
Yeah, it's gonna hit 10
22
damage.
to hit for 10 bludgeoning damage as he punches you in the jaw. Correct. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. All right. Where
And
is
as
my
you do that,
con?
he levels up for another strike.
Excuse me.
But it just sort of glances off your shoulder, and you're not too worried about that, I think.
16 con save.
Cool. You're not even fussed. You don't give a shit about this guy and his bloody punches. We cut up to the camera pans up to Pauly, who is sort of standing at the top of the stairs, I imagine, just listening, listening to what's happening.
I might run down and just start stabbing at rats at Ymir's feet, though.
Sure.
Don't hit me with the poison fucking thing. I'm not a dwarf.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh,
I just
great.
feel like it's a bit of a dick move to. No, I'm not gonna hit you with it. I'm saying I'll go kill the rats under you.
Yeah.
Just get a don't get
Even
a really
at my
bad
health,
one.
it's fucking worth getting rid of them for you.
Go ahead.
All right,
Come on.
stabbing.
Hurt.
Yeah,
Hold
14.
on. I just got to move Ymir out of the way so I can access these rats. 14 will hit. 18. Cool. Yeah, so you kind of pop in behind Ymir, and are able to kind of skewer the last of the rats off his meaty forearms, as he's sort of just swinging his axe. He's just like waiting for that perfect time, and you do that sort of trick where you just like get 3 of them in one kebab shot.
Dude, if we get Winfred down here, like we can have barbecue.
Yeah.
Like,
I
barbecue.
heard kebab and so fuck me, I love kebabs.
Anything else from Pauly?
I might just hold my other rapier. Is that okay? Like, just hold
Sure.
the action.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna hold it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, sort of the other zombies sort of crowding around, and like they're sort of moaning in this kind of like fight, as they sort of close in. Winfred, how's you going up on the top deck, buddy? You just hanging out with Splug and
I can't really do a lot combat wise because I'm about to die, as is Pauly, and if I go back downstairs, I'm going to start gouting everybody with fire again. So I am.
Hey, Aaron.
Oh, g'day, champion.
I don't think he's got his mic on yet. I am. I'm going to turn my rage off for now, considering like I'm not going to be attacking anybody. G'day, champion.
Oh, there he is.
I've said g'day like 3 times.
Oh,
Didn't hear.
your microphone hasn't been on.
Oh, g'day, champion.
Oh, there might have been a delay to me entering fucking Discord.
Oh, g'day, champion. Fuck me. I can't do a lot, honestly. I'll be real with you boys.
Yeah,
I'm
that's fine.
going to die otherwise.
Just have a sleep.
Um,
We're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna stay up here. I'm gonna go and get some rays up on the top deck, and just sit by the wheel, and have a little rest.
Rays in the underground.
Yeah, gonna get some nice dust.
Yeah, some nice firefly rays. Just
sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, who have we got up next before I try and fix all these things? Ymir.
All right. Well, Ymir's going to again just fucking bop 1. That is a bow 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 bow.
Holy shit! Good job.
26 to hit.
Fuck yeah, well done.
That'll definitely hit.
That's 20 damage. And then he's also going to do that again. This one's just not gonna. Can I use one of my inspiration points to re-roll that?
Sure.
Yes. Thank fuck. It doesn't matter anyway. 12 to hit.
Well,
Are his barnacles
Um,
stronger than a 12?
His barnacles are just a little bit stronger than a 12, I'm
Damn.
afraid. So is that you've gone into a frenzy?
Yes. Yes, I'm frenzying.
Cool. So your first attack, just so strong, you're able to slice off a bunch of those barnacles. They ooze and kind of weep this like blue liquid, and you go into a frenzy and attack again. But unfortunately, he's able to get his guard up in time on this one. He comes jabbing back with a couple of strikes here. Oh, he's got strikes of his own.
14. Yep.
14 bludgeoning damage.
7, so I'm at 11 now.
Do you have Stone's Endurance for that?
Yeah, I'll Stone's Endurance that.
Fuck me, Barnacle Boy's got hands.
I
He's
will
throwing
Stone's
hands.
Endurance that.
Oh, you better get him for him, Timmy.
So okay,
Solid.
I take 12,
Something.
a 2 off that. So it was what 7, 5 damage. That's good. That works. What's his
And-
next?
Well, he's going to punch you again. I need you to make a con save on that one too.
What was his 20? Okay. That's an 18.
Yeah, you shrug
Just
that
one
bad
damage.
boy off.
Oh, fuck, he's hitting hard, isn't he?
He's
Dirty
got
20.
a third one?
He is
Ugh.
not
That's
fucking
a
around.
8 damage,
Jesus.
4. Yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Make
Bro,
another
he
con
gets
save.
3 hits?
Oh, he gets 2.
Oh, fucker. But didn't he swing once and then unarmed strike me for the con save?
If you get hit by the unarmed strike, you have to make a con save.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Get through again, yeah.
Ooh.
10.
You are also sort of doused in this sort of blue liquid that kind of gets into the bruising and maybe a couple of open wounds that you've been carrying. You can feel it. There's sort of like a tingling in the wound. It doesn't feel
Nice.
great.
Meta-wise, what does that mean?
I guess we'll find out.
Okay, cool.
That can't be good.
That'll be fine. She'll be right.
Okay.
Damn
Pauly.
I'm gonna just hold both of my. Like, I'm gonna hold Talon, just
Okay.
ready.
Winfred, same.
I would suggest a tactical retreat, but
No. I trust the champion.
That's impossible now. So
What is?
Well,
Ymir
Ymir can't
retreating?
retreat when raging.
he
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
run
yeah.
away.
yeah.
I trust you, man. So I'm just gonna stay with him.
I can't do anything, which kind of sucks. I'm sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place. So
Don't do anything. It's fine, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
I am the rock in the hard place.
Mm.
You're making
A rock
my
in a
place
soft
is a
place,
bit
baby.
hard.
Oh, baby.
I think we all agree that it's a pebble.
Mate,
Still
I'm
hard,
talking
though.
about him as a whole. As a whole, okay?
It's still very
Alright.
hard though.
It's extremely hard. He needs to get it checked.
It's been
Quite
hard for
worried.
12
After
hours.
4 hours, I'd be.
No, it's been hard for 4 weeks at this point. He doesn't know what's going on anymore.
Tatts and Tarrasques, the home of dick jokes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should also have. Where's hold on. I need to. Thorendir, you I believe had. Well, we discussed that you had made your way up to or had possibly spent some time just like checking out the surface of the ship, checking out the areas, maybe even doing that elaborate dwarven handshake goodbye that takes like an hour.
Yeah, the old whoop, whoop. Mr. Burns, fucking Simpsons, you know.
Yeah. And so now you find yourself sort of back on the deck of the ship. there is a burning bear on the upper deck who seems to be
Oh no, I'm
incredibly
not on
beaten up.
fire anymore. I'm just smouldering.
Just smoldering. A smoldering bear
Yeah. My rage is turned off, so my fire's turned off too.
giving you a smoldering
down.
look.
Yeah.
And
The bear steel.
and yeah, sort of complaining about rats or something.
Fucking rats, fucking too small, fucking too
Would
small.
he have heard a conversation about Tide, the merfolk person?
Probably has missed that whole conversation. You notice that there is also a merfolk standing on the deck of the ship.
Yeah, we have a mermaid now.
Yeah. So as you take all of that in, I guess we'll have Ymir's turn.
All right. Well, yeah. Again, he's doing what he does. That is 24 to hit for 17 damage.
24 to hit for 17 damage. 24 will definitely hit.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this old 17 damage. This creature is not looking great, but it is still standing. You don't
luckily,
think it would be able to survive another one of those blows.
Do you have another inspiration?
Chat, please.
No inspirations once you're like on your turn.
I know.
They've got to be in the bank already. Speaking of inspirations in the bank, this guy's going to make an unarmed strike with advantage. Thank you, Kate.
There's a 20.
Yeah, thank you, Kate.
Oh well, no, that's 11, so 5 damage. I'm alive.
And another con save, please.
Yep. That is a 16.
Cool, that one's fine. And he's going to hit you with the second attack, yeah.
Oh, come. What the fuck is with these rolls?
19 for 10, 5, so I am unconscious. Unless, let me just have a quick look. Thought I had.
So they get a fucking +5 to attack. Jesus Christ.
So do you.
Yeah.
Do I?
Oh shit!
You get like +3 from strength,
No,
+2 from proficiency.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
To hit to attack.
I fucked up my Stone's Endurance earlier.
Okay.
So I should technically now have 1 HP, but I did fuck it up, so they'll leave that up to you. Because it's a 1d12 +2. I only used the 1d12. I didn't do the +2.
Oh, well, should we allow it? I'm feeling benevolent and beautiful, but what does chat think? Actually, I shouldn't ask what chat thinks. Chat wants
No,
you
because
dead.
we know what. Yeah.
No, chat wants you dead. Yeah, no.
So I mean,
Tell you what, I'm going to flip a coin.
okay.
Oh.
Go 1d2. So a 1 is you don't get it, and a 2 is you do.
I don't like my chances.
Oh.
Hey, let's go!
I said a
Yeah,
1 you
Ymir's
don't
alive.
get
Oh fuck!
it. Everyone heard me say that, right? A 1 you don't get it.
It was
Yeah,
you
I
got
was
it.
I was too into it. I was too into it. There you go, chat. Ymir is dead.
Not dead.
Ymir falls unconscious, and Barnacle Bill sort of points at you, Pauly, and says, "Get off my ship."
We may do better if we were fighting on open ground and we weren't so enclosed, boxed in.
We may have done better if we took a rest before cleaning the ship.
Hey, look, I didn't. I
Cleaning
thought.
the ship wouldn't be a fucking problem.
I thought we were going to encounter like maybe an extra fish person, not a whole fucking horde of zombies. Sorry for swearing on you.
That's fine. So we cut to after that sort of interesting dilemma. We cut to an ad break, and then after that, we see Thorendir on the deck of the ship. How's it going, Thorendir? What's Thorendir looking like? Describe Thorendir to me right now.
Well, Thorendir Grimsbane looking pretty lively. Currently on max HP, but still a bit exhausted of doing the old runabout to get to the ship. Not sure what he's done since he got to the ship. It's been a bit of a confusing evening. Apparently, he's now what? Am I under the deck?
You're on the top deck, but like the
Yep,
lower level
top
of the
deck.
top deck.
Okay.
So this is a sort of map where if you go up the stairs to your left there, you'll sort of be up on the top deck with Winfred. And also there's obviously doors towards different parts of the ship. You can hear a
Winfred's
commotion
not
coming
looking
in
too
from
good.
downstairs this way. What sounds like the sounds of battle.
Well, Thorendir is going to go down towards battle and see what's going on because he does not know what happened.
So this red ladder I've drawn is like the plank, the gangplank that would lead you back to the docks. But if you go this way, you'll head downstairs.
Like that's upstairs or downstairs?
That's upstairs.
That's upstairs. That's where I'm sitting.
Okay.
So you pop your head around the corner and Winfred's
no,
having a
this way.
snooze.
This way down. This way is downstairs, is it? How do I get back there?
So if you go left and then back, go right again. Yeah, it'll take you back down.
So downstairs. So,
That's upstairs onto the So you want to go
So
like
if you go
inside.
around here, yeah.
Oh,
If you go around, yeah, that's the way.
Right. Ah, okay.
I've just been using the arrow keys on my keyboard to get around the ship. It's a bit easier.
Yeah.
I've got a whole bunch of painting supplies in front of me, not my keyboard.
So you kind of step downstairs and you see a very thoroughly bitten, disheveled, a couple of feathers missing Pauly, possibly even a couple of what appear to be rat bites in his hat that he always wears to cover up his bald spot.
The bastards.
At his feet is an unconscious Ymir. And floating nearby is the ghost of Kingston Rage and Rolls, sort of floating, looking over Ymir and going, "No, get back up! Like you're meant to be our champion. This isn't how I meant to lose my ship. You were the chosen one."
You're supposed to turn the brown, not join them.
And the one of the zombies is sort of like beating its head against the wall, and the other zombies are like moaning, 1, 2.
Well, Thorendir will quickly seeing the zombie standing over Ymir will whip out the old crossbow and shoot out.
Wait.
No, you can't tell him. Well, I mean, you can. You've got your.
Yeah,
chance
you're
to
right.
tell him.
You're right next to him.
He's
You
right
do
next
have
to
a
him.
couple of
Right,
seconds.
It's a duel.
up?
It's a duel. It's a
Oh,
duel.
It's a duel.
It's a duel. Bring our man Ymir up.
Well, I was gonna shoot the zombie first. But...
No, it's a duel. It's a duel. I haven't attacked.
Yeah.
Well then,
We are honor bound here.
Yeah.
on a bound, on a duel.
Yeah.
Well,
On a boat.
well then, I'm gonna use. Well, fuck. Well, I just
Fine, I make myself
get
laugh.
up.
Look,
Timmy,
honestly
and
though,
just yell healing words at fucking my friend on the ground.
you can't. Yep, and look, as a meta level Aaron, I'm totally okay with you releasing that crossbow quarrel. All out.
Ymir is back up.
So Ymir, you
Got
come
6 HP.
you come conscious, on the ground. I'll just give Thorendir some initiative here in case we need it. So Ymir, you're sort of conscious. You're on the ground. You could do a Shawn Michaels kip up, but Thorendir still has the rest of his turn.
Yes.
'Cause that's just my what's it called? Bloody bonus action.
Yep.
I'll use my main action. Wait, no, I can't really. Wait, I can move through friends, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use my main action just to dash, just so I can get out of the bloody stairway and see the room.
Sure.
And None of those zombies are attacking. They're honoring the duel too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm just because that was my full movement. I just used my dash to stand literally with Pauly in the same square.
Yeah.
I
So you
can-
guys are kind of cramped
Yeah.
into this corner. So
Oh
you
well,
can...
I'm only 4.5 foot, and it's a 5 foot square. Like I'm not that,
Yeah.
I don't take that much space.
That's
Well,
true.
length, not girth, maybe.
It's like a tuna can.
Oh, hey Dan, I just noticed something. I'm still labeled as Pauly the Parrot on the
Oh,
on the
yeah.
stream.
Sorry.
You got 2 Pauly the Parrots. It's all
Well,
good. I just
it-
noticed it. That's all.
isn't that what we want, everyone?
Everybody's Pauly the Parrot.
No, I don't.
We are all Pauly, and all of us have different middle names. Timmy's is humility.
Ymir's is humiliated. He was going for humility, but he doesn't know how to spell.
There we go. Got Winfred where he needs to be. There we go. Thank you for letting me know.
Now, oh, there we go. Okay.
Dylan had 2 names for a second. Yeah, I didn't put it in studio mode.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, cool. I'll stop quipping now. You can continue.
All good. And Aaron, thank you very much for the sub, my dude. I hope that it's pushed up the DM phylactery a little bit. I'm getting stronger. I'm becoming a stronger lich every day.
7 months strong, baby. Cheers to
Yeah.
7 more.
Ymir, you are conscious. You are awake. You are on the ground.
Can I make a? Can I just? Ymir has to make a decision here. Give me a second.
Ymir, I gave you some inspiration, baby.
Ymir's gonna flip a coin real quick. Okay. Ymir. So am I? Can I use my action? Oh no. Can I make? Oh fuck. Ooh, because I'm prone technically, aren't I?
Yeah, it takes half your movement to stand up. So you.
Oh,
you
okay,
can
cool. So I'm gonna
yeah.
stand up.
Sure.
I'm gonna stand up. And I'm gonna do this. Why won't you work? Still should be working. 1 second. I just have to go to here. I'm gonna do that.
Rage.
Rage again.
Okay.
Yep. And he's going to just swing the axe again for 15 to hit for 15 damage.
Yeah, absolutely. So you cut into this guy, and must make a Constitution saving throw 5 plus. Okay. Okay. He makes a con saving throw here, and I'm going to use my last inspiration. Thank you, Captain Bacon Beard, and to give this guy advantage.
Splitting
On
the
it.
group on this one.
Oof.
God,
So the first one's a 4, and
Was it a 1? Critical 1?
oh sorry, a 1. Oh yeah, 1 critical fail,
Yeah.
with advantage.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck me.
Still doesn't make it. So he needed to get a 20 to survive on 1 HP. But you're able to. Well, describe to me how you rise up from the floor and murder this guy.
Thank God.
So Ymir, after getting knocked, we're gonna quotation mark unconscious because Ymir doesn't remember. It's fine. As far as he is concerned, he's still raging. He just sort of he hit the deck for a second, bounced back up for a surprise attack, and brings the axe up between his legs and just cuts him in half, and then says, "You get off my ship."
Man
Because
gets so
he
angry,
thinks he heard.
refuses to die.
He thinks he believes that he might have heard someone say, "Now get off my ship," in the last few moments.
Yep.
So yeah, he does that, and yeah,
All right.
and all you hear as he gets back up is this.
Brr.
So yeah, Ymir is able to sort of cut this guy down, kick him back through this door into what appears to be a kind of privy, and just sort of the half of the upper half of this drowned zombie, Barnacle Bill just sort of falls into the privy and falls down into what we can assume is the bilge, and Ymir turns around after saying, get off my ship. Turns around, looks at Thorendir, and just says, "No ticket."
Stow away.
No ticket.
The zombies start beating their head against the wall again, and there's like a 1, 2, 3, and from somewhere possibly Splug upstairs bangs his pots and pans, ting 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 ting.
Light was giving me a headache. Going full Sith Lord now.
I'm pretty sure that Silent Bob reference is in fact a Raiders, like a Indiana Jones reference, but I'll also accept it.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
But yeah, I remember it mostly from Dogma anyway. So the zombies are kind of standing around, milling around, and Kingston, Rage and Rolls, the former captain of whatever the ship was called back when he had it, probably the Weasel's Wager, now known as La Floridita, starts yelling at these remaining creatures to start trimming the mainsail, shipping the shape shaft, and all kinds of other nautical terminology. And they start shuffling around. One of them sort of picks up a mop and starts sort of swabbing decks.
Now, the guy that I just decided to murk, did he drop anything before I booted him through a door?
He had sort of the remains of a cool bandana, but it's mostly just fallen apart now.
Nah, I don't care about the cool bandana.
Yeah, if you remember,
I
he
just wanted
looked like this.
Yeah.
He didn't have a lot going for him. He had one
Oh,
boot.
Fuck the boot. Yeah. Alright. Well, Ymir's now that business is done, he's just going to turn, nod to Thorendir as he walks by, and go back upstairs. And,
Thorendir pats him on the booty as he goes past. Gives him
Oh, baby.
like a good coach does after a game of foosball.
Ymir then gets to the top of the stairs, notices an open doorway and goes, looks around a bit. I like this room, and then closes the door.
Cool. So there's sort of a montage, a cleaning montage, almost Fantasia-esque, but instead of mops, instead of brooms and carrying buckets of water, it's zombies. And they keep sort of bumping into each other and kind of trying to sing, but it sounds mostly kind of waterlogged and terrible. There's in fact, Kingston tries to order them to stop singing just because it's so it's hauntingly unpleasant, even for his undead ears. But they refuse because, as we all know, as part of the pirate code, the crew is allowed to sing at any time while doing work. And
Pauly was joining in the tune.
Yeah, it's sea shanties. It's sea shanties for the next hour or so, as they start kind of tidying up the ship. There's sort of a line of zombies sort of passing crates of well-spoiled meat and slime up above decks, pulling ropes to pull things out of the hold, and so on.
But can I just fly up to the what I'll end up calling the parrot's nest, and just I think have a kip.
Yep.
I am going to assume I'm already doing the same.
Okay.
I'm going to take a short rest.
Okay.
Ymir still hasn't quite done anything. He's just in his room having a seat.
I don't think we're able to go to that side of the ship, by the way.
Correct. I'll have to change some of the walls or something to let you.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't
over
roll
there.
a d12. That's weird.
Yeah.
Ymir
Oh,
after.
yeah, there you go. Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
And I'm gonna just roll a d12. I
Aw.
recovered 1 hit point
Plus your con
Damn.
modifier.
plus my con modifier. Con modifier plus 1. Can I use my? Can I use inspiration for that? Because I've got an inspiration point sitting here.
It's probably not worth it, man.
I'll allow it,
Okay.
but yeah, you can. You also have. I mean, you're level 4, so you have 4 hit dice. You can choose to spend
You
more
can
than
use
one.
it again. I'm gonna do the same thing. 8. Oh, 9. Hell yes. Okay, cool. That's pretty good now.
There we go.
That's all your health because you don't have much health.
No, I'm at
Yeah.
18, so I'm basically at full health now. Yep.
Thorendir, this zombie singing is probably most offensive to your bardic ears.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I just wanted to say real quick before upon hearing everyone shuffling from outside the door of the room that I was just chilling in, having a breather for a second. Ymir comes back out and makes his way back down the stairs to see what the commotion is. See what all this fucking noise is about, and just puts his hand down on Thorendir's shoulder real quick, and just says, "I found a room that I think would be perfect for you. It's too nice for me."
Oh, why, thank you, my dear Ymir. This singing's getting under my skin, would you believe it or not? Like barnacles to the legs. Ha ha! Get me out of here.
All right. Well, you want to go up the stairs directly across. Actually, just follow me, and I'll show him where his room is.
Yeah, follow him.
Then it's this room right here.
Oh, baby.
So this is a very sort of captain's quarters-esque room, Thorendir. Anything of major note seems to have been stripped out of this room long ago. There is quite a nice, what's the word? Hammock that's still in one corner. A writing desk with a chest next to it, but the chest is open and empty. There's some sort of game board on one of the desks there as well, but all but one of the pieces appears to be missing. But there's definitely seems to be some sort of noble's quarters or possibly a captain's quarters of some kind.
Lovely. Thorendir kicks off his boots and lies down in the hammock for a couple of Z's.
And you're able to pull that manta cloak over you, as there's no sort of obviously there's no fresh linens. You didn't spring for that option on this Airbnb, and you're able to just kind of swish the manta cloak over you and put your feet up, take off your boots of striding and springing, and chill.
Awesome. Flicks his hat over his eyes and immediately starts snoring.
And then Ymir is just going to make his way around the ship. Walks down to Kingston and goes, "Now, Kingston, I need a room with a bed that is, bed, sack, I don't care. Just something that can accommodate someone of my stature."
He says, "Well, we've got beds and bintos aplenty on La Floridita. We've got on the floor above this. There are 2 stately rooms at the stern. Bow's the front. Bow of the ship.
Bow's the front, stern's the back.
Stern is the ship butt. So at the bow of the ship, there are sort of 2 pretty decently sized rooms. You may need to commandeer, perhaps I would recommend a man of your stature might need to commandeer multiple hammocks and kind of tie them together to make a super hammock, because I fear that you may just fall right through one of these things.
Good choice. Good.
I love how
I-
everyone's trying to find bedding, and I'm just like falling asleep on the top deck.
Yeah. In the Evernight of the Underdark, despite it being sort of an hour has passed, it's what you feel would be starting to be sunrise in the on the surface world. Nothing changes in the Underdark. It is still almost pitch black up there.
Let's be real. This is not the weirdest place I've fallen asleep. I fell asleep next to a bear trap.
Yeah.
Next to a bear trap.
Yeah, you didn't walk into it. You fell asleep next to it and like rolled into it.
He's also going to say, okay, I'll take that on board. Maybe somewhere a bit more private, though. I'll keep looking. Is there anything of note you might have stashed away before the untimely time of you becoming well? And I just gesture to
Just to
him.
all that.
Yeah.
That seems like it would be offensive.
In the least offensive way, just like before you were like, well, you understand.
He says, "Well, there was one thing that we were transporting." And he sort of floats through the floor to go down in down a level.
Okay. Ymir is going to, I'm assuming it's these steps here.
Mm-hmm.
Going to go down.
Mate, this boat's got 4 levels. I hope you're happy that you got a boat.
Dude. Huge.
I know you, Dylan, love to explore with your tokens, so this is just giving you everything.
Oh, this is perfect for me.
So Kingston comes down here, and there's sort of a big crate sort of in the bottom, and he says, "This," and then he goes, "Oh, that's not good." And you see that the crate has been busted open, and inside is a large stone sarcophagus.
Huh.
Well, fuck me. That's going to weigh us down.
So Ymir goes, well, this wasn't, I don't think a sarcophagus. I know I'm not looking that great at the moment, but I don't think I need a sarcophagus. I was thinking just like a nice jacket or a hat, just something.
Kingston looks into the crate where the sarcophagus is, and you see that even his face, despite being not 100% opaque, goes pale. And he says, no. Oh, that's... Okay. Yeah, well, that's not for you. Though I guess it is empty now, so if you wanted somewhere private to sleep, certainly that's an idea. And he kind of goes to pat you on the shoulder, but he can't touch you. And he's just like, oh, geez, I'm glad I'm already dead. I'm sure it's not a big deal, though.
Oh, God.
That does not sound good.
So, well, can Ymir just look for like a nice jacket?
Especially down this base of the ship, there's actually a fair bit of water in this sort of bottom storage area that looks like it's gotten into a lot of stuff. There's probably only a couple of inches of water, but it's definitely water that's been sitting idle for a long time, right? It's the what's it called when water gets
Stagnant,
tepid?
yeah.
Stagnant. Yeah. Not tepid. Tepid's the other thing. So this stagnant water you're kind of sloshing through. Pretty much everything on this bottom floor looks rotted and terrible.
Well. So Ymir then just goes to Kingston. So, like, as he like walks around Kingston to get closer to the door. So what was in the box inside of the big box?
Well, I was told never to open it, and we were to deliver it on consignment from we had a contract from Chult, you see, and I mean, a lot of weird shit happens over in Chult, and they worship dinosaurs or something. They wanted us to deliver this to some collector in Waterdeep, but they told us that the entire crew would die an incredibly painful death if we opened it. I guess it was cursed, or whatever was inside it was cursed. I'm not really sure. We just never opened it.
Well, it seems like it's been opened now, so someone did, but so you have no idea what it was, where in Chult it came from, to whom it was being delivered, anything?
Well, we picked it up in Port Nyanzaru, because that's really the only port that's open to outsiders on Chult. And we had to navigate past a dragon turtle to get there.
This would be hundreds of years ago, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Mia just thinks to himself quickly.
I think the guy who we picked it up off, or who was selling it, I think his name was Aaraockra.
You know of a Sarah.
You've never heard that name before.
All right, well, Ymir just goes, oh, I'm sure it's fine. All right. And just wanders back up the stairs, scratching the back of his head.
Cool.
And just going to make it to this room over here and just shut the door, and he's going to take a short rest.
Cool.
Before he does that, he's just going to say, because I'm assuming Kingston floats up through the floor as I come up.
Sure.
Kingston, was there anything that you wanted to tell me before I have a rest?
You did great. I'm very proud of you, and I'm glad I chose you as my champion over Pauly. You really came in clutch.
All right, cheers, mate. Fucking later days. Walks in and kicks the door shut behind him, and just like goes to jump onto the hammock because he's used to much stronger hammocks from where he's from. And you hear an audible thud as it like rips in half and he hits the floor.
And it like wraps over him.
Yeah, and he's just like, this'll do. And takes a short rest.
As he does, like the axe slips off his back and just leaves a massive gouge in the floor.
Oh god.
When we have had this short rest, can I just go survey the ship and just basically have a look over it and see how it's going?
Yep. Give me a perception check as you take a look around, and
because I'm surveying it and like with the water vehicles thing, would I get an advantage with this?
Not advantage, but I'll add a little bit to your roll to factor that in. May need to add a lot to that roll. So you grew up on giant pirate ships.
That was performance.
Oh, that was performance. Okay.
It's still hey, that's still +4. I'm happy just to take that.
No, I'll let you roll. I'll let you roll.
You sure?
Yeah, it's got to be the thing. Just a little better.
He was whistling shitty while looking around.
Yeah.
At first, you're looking around the ship in a way that's trying to convey that you know your way around ships. Like, oh, Winfred, did you know this is the bow? Like, you know, doing that, pretending to be a captain stuff. And you know, trying to do some of the ropes in a performative way. You accidentally break some of the ropes doing that. You over tighten them, but you're able to make your way around the ship. The ship is obviously old. It probably needs needs a bit of work. You think it is undersea worthy in terms of you would trust this thing on a calm, in a calm port or something,
So
and
it's not ready for like the actual seas.
you think it needs a bit of work before that. So you make your way into the bilges of the hold. There's a bit of water on the floor there. You reckon you could prime the bilge pump or whatever to pump water out, but there may be like a slow leak in here, or depending if the ship is sitting low in the water, maybe that's maybe there's holes you haven't quite checked out. Might need some tarring. There's almost no supplies apart from what you all brought with you, because everything's kind of rotted and gone terrible. Even the what was once maybe salted fish and stuff like that has not lasted.
Right.
You definitely think that with a bit of work and maybe a bit of training, you can get the get it going and get it flowing through the Underdark. It'll obviously be difficult to navigate, but I mean, you're just full of wonder and adventure, and you don't think it needs any serious work before you want to go. However, that is an option potentially if you wanted to go get supplies that you brought to help them rebuild the Rockseeker mine.
Yeah.
To try and work on the ship first before setting out.
I reckon that's a good idea. What do you guys think?
He's asleep.
They're all asleep.
Well, he's not asleep. Ymir's just like, if you need to get Ymir.
Winfred is very asleep. All you, pal.
All right. Well, I might go
Pauly's
for
the only one up at the moment.
while they're all sleeping, I might just tell Kingston and just tell Kingston, and get the zombies to watch the ship, and I'll go for a run up and go see Gundren and Nundro.
Nundro, baby.
Yeah, Nundro. I'll go see if I can get some supplies, and then maybe get them to help me come back down, carry some stuff.
And here I was hoping everyone would just wake up in the middle of the Underdark Ocean. But yeah, so you do what I would, what does sound like the more sensible thing, and poo-poo to you for doing that. Where you do a couple of runs to make to go get some supplies, and this takes a couple of hours. And it's about midday by the time those of you who are sleeping are perhaps jolted awake by the sound of very slow, clumsy hammering, and the sloshing or the bubbling of tar, and then sort of the sloshing and painting of tar on the side of the ship.
Right. Okay.
So so we're basically just the zombies, Gundren and Nundro and I are all fixing it then.
Right.
Yeah. The dwarves hang out for a bit and kind of help, but they've also, they've got their own shit to do.
Yeah.
So they hang out for a couple of hours. They help bring down a bunch of supplies, but
Bring
they
some
don't.
shit down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll just keep working on the ship until the boys wake up.
I mean, I'm probably awake by now, unless I want to do another
A long rest.
short. Do a long rest.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could go for a long rest.
Remember, it took an hour to get up there, and then an hour back.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. I'll allow that. I'll allow a long rest. In doing so, what I'm going to do is add another week to this Unleash the Kraken challenge.
Yeah, wait, long rest. Oh, all right.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, I could go for a fucking long rest.
Have a look at this. This lasagna is insane.
So
sure, you never look at that. Look at that. You see that? Look how
yes.
fucking good that looks.
Did Lana make that?
No, Mum did.
Oh,
so good.
I haven't had my mum's cooking in ages.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky bean.
Mm-hmm.
I just had it, man. It was fantastic. Had a big old shepherd's pie.
Oh, mate.
Oh, did you just have his mum's cooking? Yeah.
I'm flat broke for the next 2 weeks, so I had a 4 and 20 meat pie for dinner.
Yeah. Please send
Nothing wrong with
Food. Don't send subscriptions or tips or anything like that. Just directly send food to Winfred. He's a hungry bear, and needs that honey. He needs that ham, and every other food item that starts with H.
Awesome. So yeah, okay, all the boys have long rested. Oh yeah, I just short rested and then
Cool.
worked through the night.
All right.
Oh, pop that then.
So yeah, everyone hit a long rest, and
Me.
the ship is in a position. Now, did you frenzied twice yesterday? Is that right, Ymir? So you still have one level of exhaustion.
Yeah, I will have one level of exhaustion still. Yes.
Cool. That may or may
Because
not
I had
become
to, yeah.
may or may not become relevant, as
Oh.
because that gives you disadvantage on skill checks. I'm pretty sure.
That is a good point. Actually, no. Level 1 exhaustion is. Oh, yes, it is disadvantage. Level 2 is movement.
Gotcha.
Whilst
So
we're in
the-
between things.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah,
go
sorry.
on, Dave.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, whilst we're in between things, I've been looking at which way I want to take Winfred as we level up, and I discovered Barbarian, the Path of Wild Magic. And it looks very similar to how I've built Winfred. Just not elemental and more chaotic.
Yeah, that's the
Sorry, yeah.
that's the path.
Yeah, that came
that
out.
I think-
The Tarrasques Cauldron of everything actually came out after we started this campaign.
Yeah,
So-
Tasha's only came out a little while ago.
Yeah. And
We
so
have access to it now because, yeah.
yeah, someone brought it up with me,
Extra.
and they're like, "Dude, are you playing a Barbarian of Wild Magic? Because you said you were doing some RNG with the Barbarian." And I was like, "No, the fuck is a Barbarian of Wild Magic?" I'm looking at this, and holy fuck, this is good. This is some good shit.
Well,
but
we'll chat about it in the next couple of weeks because we
Which, yeah.
might.
oh no, I'm not changing my Barbarian now. I like Winfred as he is, but like.
We can take bits and pieces from
maybe
that,
next
though,
time.
right? Like we can.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt. My bad.
That's cool. So Pauly, you get the ship into, if not ship shape, then at least shape. But I want to see the interaction between you and the crew as you start to get a bit of an idea of what the ship is, what you think you want to do with it, and as the captain, you need to start, giving your crew places on the ship, or what is that term? Yeah, like when you tell people to man their stations or whatever. I want to.
The bosun is the person who does that.
Oh, okay.
The bosun.
Well, then you need to assign a
The
bosun.
quartermaster. The captain really has nothing to do with the crew.
No, correct. I probably have Thorendir as the quartermaster, Ymir as the bosun.
I mean, Thorendir's not quite a quartermaster. Like, he's probably like a quartermaster.
Yeah, he would be.
1/8 master, 8th master.
I mean, if you have Ymir, it's a buck and a quartermaster.
But don't worry, boys. He's all Grimsbane where it counts.
So at this point, I would like to have you guys work out positions in the crew. In fact, for the purposes of like a quartermaster / hordes person, someone who's going to probably handle what stuff you have in the supplies, what kind of items you have, etc.
I was probably thinking it's probably the only one that can really read and write. Probably the log keeper and/or navigator would probably be more suitable to Thorendir, unless Pauly knows anything about navigation.
I do know navigation.
Or you do know? Oh, thank God.
Seeing as
I've got navigator's tools, and and obviously I've got proficiency for vehicles of water.
Yeah, awesome. Thank God.
Seeing as I've got a heavy strength and dexterity, I'd probably take the helm. Considering if we're going through storms, you might want to have somebody with a strength check.
Yep. And then I reckon
I'm happy to take that.
Me with the booming voice controlling the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ymir is the HR manager, is what I'm understanding.
Yeah, the beatdown manager.
Ymir's going to come out and fucking throw the beat down on the ship.
Specifically,
he needs a blackjack. So we can
specifically
smash my
treating
fucking-
humanoids as resources to spend.
Yeah,
And
he's actually using them as resources. Yes.
He does.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, but before this as well, we're going to put Toweleeeie on as our flag.
Yep. Raising Toweleeeie up as a flag, immortalizing him.
Yeah, so we'll have a little ceremony of just putting Toweleeeie up as the flag.
excellent.
Do we have anything that we can use as a trumpet?
Because I'll end up being lookout.
I have bagpipes, baby.
Yeah, good.
Because
Play us some bagpipes, Thorendir.
You know, some send off music like 21 Gun Salute. You know, bit cool shit.
Is this the next morning now?
Well, sort of the afternoon because it's been a couple of hours, but you'd sort of gone to rest late in the morning.
Right.
So, Ymir, if you want to write down that you have a crew of 6 zombies.
Okay. Add it to the notes.
And
Organization. What are we calling ourselves? The Tatts and Tarrasques. That was a stupid question.
Well, it'd be the crew of the Floridita as well.
also
Tatts and
in,
Tarrasques.
you can obviously take your notes
Equal.
personally, and I highly encourage you to always take notes.
Maybe chat has any ideas?
La Floridita also is now in the, if you are able to go into the actors directory, and in the PC player characters folder, there is now a La Floridita as a ship. And so you can add cargo and crew, add descriptions and things like that.
That's awesome.
As we go.
Okay,
Where's this?
sick. In the player directory, that little one with like the 3 people up top right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
PC player characters, La Floridita.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
So-
awesome. I like
yeah,
that.
I'll need to look up the stats of what like a ship of this size kind of is, but we'll get to that one day. But for now, if you need to add, or if you want to add a community kind of crew cargo stuff, it can be added in there so everyone can see it and everyone can edit it. But that can be, so you've got that. You've got Tide, whatever her name was, and
Tide, yeah. What have I got down? Her name is Tidal Crest Visionary, but I mean, I've just shortened it to Tide.
yeah. And of course, you've got Slug and Kingston as well. And
does this ship have a kitchen or something? You'd have like a mess hall or something like that.
it certainly does.
Cool, because I have my rustic hospitality trait. I'm pretty sure I've got a cooking skill as well. Cooks utensils, rustic hospitality, and what the fuck? Features and traits?
Right, so you're saying you're going to kick Splug out of the job when everybody's going to make a little.
No, I said I'm gonna be a sous chef.
Fair share.
under the head chef of
Yep.
Splug.
That's the one. And my keen smell is gonna make sure that everything smells fucking good when it's served.
You mean you're gonna eat everything before it's served? You fucking...
Hey, look,
Yeah.
never trust a skinny chef. All right.
Very true.
Yep. But yeah, when I'm not at the helm, I'm going to be helping Splug out in the kitchen to help it, so he's not, slaving away.
Cool.
But isn't he a slave?
No, he's part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Cool. Actually, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I need to get more lasagna. That was fucking way too good. So I'll be back.
Yeah,
That was just
entirely fair.
devoured.
Yeah.
All right. So as the ship's looking good, you've all been assigned your positions for the general running of the ship. Maybe Pauly will say this, but what are the interactions between the current crew or between the Tatts team as you go about the job of cleaning the place up a little bit and getting it ready and sort of the moments start approaching when you're getting ready to push off into the great unknown of the undersea.
I'm sort of just
So
exploring the ship.
Thorendir's probably in his room. He's got his pens and paper, and he's probably doing sketches of the ship. Just drawing out plan like basic, because we obviously don't have plans of the ship. He's gone down and investigated each floor, each room, and all that, and he's sketching out diagrams of the ship and essentially making sort of his own sort of set of blueprints for the ship. And if we need any sort of upgrades or anything like that, just doing basic sort of note keeping and log keeping and housekeeping before we set off.
Absolutely. Excellent. And you're able to, hang those up on your wall and stuff. The cross section of your ship. And,
Yeah.
mate, I'll send you the Photoshop file for this ship if you want. If one day if you add shit to it, we can add it to the map.
Yeah, and just like what is it like? Do you know like the crazy fucking like people investigating serial killers? Eventually have like maps like that with bloody string going everywhere and
Charlie Day style.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like a picture of Ymir's face, like a sketch of Ymir's face, and just like in
Where
big
is
letters on
Ymir?
post-it notes. Just what is he?
What is he? Yeah, just what is he? Yeah.
And then a line to a picture of a dragon, and be like, Dragon Herald, what?
Yeah, what's going on here?
Cool. Winfred?
Grimsbane file.
I was just exploring the ship so I can like fill out the rest of the map. But Winfred tries to find himself a place to sort of like camp out and nest,
Mhm.
And he finds a spot right at the bow of the ship at the very bottom level where everything's sort of like piled up.
Yep.
He seems to be at home with that because that's like it reminds him of his cave when he's hibernating. It's like it's cold, it's dank, and it's dark, and it's full of stuff.
Cool.
And he's like, yes, this is home for me. He's just going to be hanging up top deck. I imagine he's found a pirate hat at some point because he was looking
some moldy hat.
Oh,
just a fucking ratty old pirate hat with some barnacles on it, and he's chucked it on because he's a proud member of the Florida.
right. It's mostly barnacles. Like it's barely half.
Mostly barnacles.
Absolutely. What's Ymir up to?
It's a biconical.
Ymir, so have we left port yet?
No. This is sort of the final moments, and it's getting time where there's sort of not much to do that requires not much left to do that requires dry land, and it's becoming apparent that it's probably going to be about time to push off.
Ymir just goes,
That's way too funny to be Aaron.
bear with me a moment. I was in the middle of something before I had to come and kill that motherfucker, and disembarks the ship.
Biconical.
Oh yeah. So during this time, whilst
everyone's getting ready, Ymir's just like, I'm just gonna step off for a minute. I'll be back. Because he just wants to go back to that underground town real quick.
Okay. So what's he doing in the? What does he get up to?
He just wanted to do a quick search once over, because he didn't really get a chance to explore the town to see if there was anything of benefit to take with us.
Sure.
Because the hairs on the back of his neck started to tingle, and he realized he had to murder someone.
Yeah. That there was a duel taking place, and he needed to be a part of it. Give me a perception check as over the next hour or so you kind of pick your way through the remains of this dockside underground town, looking for anything that's valuable.
I'm going to use my inspiration that Timmy gave me for that, because that was shocking. That was still pretty bad. Better, but bad.
Okay.
He's mainly just looking for a cool jacket, because it's going to get quite breezy on the open waters, even if we are underground. He just wants to cover up a little bit. He's wants to look nice. He's on a boat.
North.
With that roll, you don't find a jacket, unfortunately. You find what could be old window blinds, curtains that could theoretically make a sort of like a cloak or a blanket of sorts.
Now, do they look like grandma's curtains, or like just really boring beige?
I think they've got what they once probably had a fun duck pattern on them, but now a lot of that has kind of faded. So there's just the occasional duck. It's not like as many. It's not like a really cool recurring pattern.
Ymir brings it back for Pauly. He says, I found some material with your kind on it, and hands him the duck tapestry.
I'll put the tapestry, so I'll fly back up to the crow's nest, and I'll put the tapestry over one side, and then just kind of like itch it in there, so I have like a little shelter, in my parrot's nest.
The nest begins.
Mm-hmm.
Other things you did find, Ymir. Let me pull up this. Where's my tables? Need my tables.
Ooh, hey, can I check out what the seed of lightning does that I have that we got from the
Still have no.
Yeah.
We don't have anyone magic tell us what it does either.
Oh, okay.
Excuse
So it doesn't
me?
matter.
Do you have identify?
Well, no, but I know what magic shit is.
That's a good point. I mean, wait. Do we may need someone magical or someone who's very good with horticulture because they are seeds.
Ooh, I am.
Yeah, we have a bear and a bard, so we may actually be able to figure out what these fucking seeds do, dude. Or we may find out something really bad and blow ourselves up with the seeds. Jack and the Beanstalk sort of situation.
Oh, they were present from like spring.
Yeah, I don't know. She gave me a seed because I gave her food. Maybe she didn't like the food and she's trying to kill me. Who knows? She could be a spiteful bitch. We don't know.
You find, Ymir, you also find like a polished stone medallion.
Hey.
That appears to be completely mundane, but you think to the right seller or to the right buyer, it could be worth 25 gold. It is also just like a really cool polished stone. It's like the kind of stones you would find on a, like a rock beach where it's like they've been there for ages and just there's no sharp edges.
Is it on, like, can I fix it to some string? Or is it just a stone?
Yeah, you can fix it to some string. You think that there's a small hole in it that you think maybe once upon a time it did have string on there, but perhaps it's worn away or or broken or dissolved. But you're able to put it on there. So it's like this big circular, almost like a hollow stone thing going on, like a donut, like a stone donut.
Stone donut. I'm in. I like it. And
Stone
was
donut.
there anything else for a?
No, for 11.
All right,
get
so
fucked.
Ymir, yeah, fair. Ymir breaks one of his light crossbows, and takes the string, and puts it through his stone and puts the stone around his neck, and he's pretty chuffed with his new stone. And he throws the crossbow parts over the side. He's like, whatever, don't need this. He doesn't use ranged weapons. He throws weapons at people, but he won't shoot a crossbow.
Yeah, no, that's
Know
fair.
how they work. They're devices of string for him.
The devices for storing string.
Exactly. So I've removed a crossbow.
I love that. Also, I've got some cards. Got some cards that Caden could use when we get to that real person in game.
I did send you the.
They're gold.
I sent you a DM with and they're ABC cards. Very nice. Very nice.
They're pretty.
I did send you the high deck that I will be using for that.
Cool.
All of the high
All right.
cards.
Is there any as Ymir makes his way back to the ship, throwing a crossbow into the drink there
Just
with a
over his
kaplonk.
shoulder.
Is there a any kind of ceremony or anything like that, Pauly, before you push off the ship?
Yeah. Could we have found it? Have we found the booze supply?
I'm pretty sure Ymir has a keg in his backpack.
Some like 400-year-old bottle of champagne.
I'm sure the Rockseekers could have brought a bottle of hard liquor down. I don't think they have wine,
Right.
I added a pirate hat to Winfred's picture. I don't know how to upload it onto D&D, the Foundry.
Do you want to send it to me, and I'll see if I can
I've put it in the chat.
in Discord.
In Discord, yeah.
It's cute.
It's really dumb. It's the best I could do with like fuck all time.
Nice.
They're brilliant.
Nice. Very nice tricorn.
Winfred hat. Yeah. So tell me, what is the Gundren hands over a bottle of, or Thorendir, you tell me, like, what kind of ancient bottle of liquor would you find in an old dwarven cave, or an old dwarven mine?
Old dwarven mine? Well, are we talking like corked, or are we talking barreled?
Probably small barrel, I think.
Small barrel, like a small batch.
Yeah,
would probably be definitely either
like a traveling keg, like one you would just like take with you.
yeah, traveling keg would probably not be ale because that would normally have to be brewed in heavy batches for dwarves. It would probably be something fruit and lighty actually. Probably something a bit sweet to keep people digging harder. So maybe either mulled wine or even like I don't want to say mead because I didn't really drink like that was more a human thing. Maybe like
Stone fruit.
berry,
A stone fruit wine.
Yeah, it's stone fruit wine. That's what it. Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
Leave my plums out of this.
So a stone fruit, very sweet, and it's got that almost you say plum, so I think they're almost like a soury or like a plum taste, like, and it's been fermented and stored for a very long time.
Because I doubt that we would do meat or anything. Because dwarves wouldn't really keep beehives out and like we're underground people.
Yeah. And do you all have a glass? Like, what is the ceremony here? You run the ceremony for me, Pauly.
I think we'd all kind of just like have a big glass, and then you'd all cheers. So it's like the tankards, so they'd all slosh into each other. And after we'd nicked it, we'd all break the barrel together. The rest goes to the ship.
Yep. So do you swing? Who does the honors? Do you just
Zombies,
like throw the barrel?
Even the zombies get some.
Even the zombies get some.
Everyone gets some.
Excellent. The zombies sort of knock back their pewter or clay mugs of this fruit wine, and you see bits of it sort of leak out through various holes in their organs. The merfolk sort of takes a sip at least, Tidal, but she kind of grimaces and kind of looks at it distrustfully after that. Splug, takes a sip, seems to get really drunk just off like one little sip, and starts like pouring it into some of the stuff that he's cooking at the moment. And we have let me see. There you go, Winfred. You got your little hat now.
Yeah, good. Thanks.
For everyone playing at home, Winfred now has a hat, and we're all very
Winfred
proud.
now has a hat.
And so you smash the keg, the remains of the keg on the side of the ship, and you slowly you unfurl the sails a little bit and kind of push off. And despite their being underground, there is somewhat of a breeze, and you're able to kind of tack into it and tack back and forth a little bit, slowly making your way deeper into the gloom of the undersea.
All right. Well, let's have Mr. Winfred on the helm. I'll be up in the crow's nest.
Yep.
And then Ymir just beating the zombies, so that way they're doing their jobs.
Ymir's just standing there, like hitting the pommel of his axe, in tune with the sounds of the zombies trying to sing, as if to say, like, "Hurry the fuck up!
Yeah,
hurry the fuck up!"
And the zombies are sort of combining between at the start. There's some basic kind of rowing. They can put some oars out and kind of get turn you around a bit, get you started, and then after that they're pulling sheets to the very minimal wind. We're going to do a skills challenge. So I'm going to need to add you all to initiative here. And if you remember, the skills challenge is... so if you can all roll initiative for me. We're going to go through and you guys are going to make... describe to me what you're doing on the ship to kind of help it go forward. And describe the scene to me and what comes up and what works and what doesn't. And what skill you're using to make that happen. If you get too many failures, bad stuff's going to happen. But if you get just all successes, it's going to be great. There is a target you have to hit, and you can't use the same skill you used last turn, and you can't use the same skill someone else just used in front of you.
Okay.
So
Entirely not confusing.
that's fine.
Nice roll, by the way, Thorendir.
Yeah, I'll say.
So we start with Thorendir. What's Thorendir doing as the ship leaves shore?
Thorendir leaving shore. Thorendir is currently in his chambers. He's currently writing his journal and catching it's day 1 log, essentially, but he's doing the backstory prior to leaving before he finishes the day's log. So the first entry in the log journal of our journeys. And doing pretty much a sum up of our adventures. So I'll probably do a history check.
Okay, yeah. $14. Let me...
Because clearly, Thorendir Grimsbane, he exaggerates a little bit of the tales. Not too much, but he does a little exaggeration.
Can you break a piece off of this journal entry for me, and just and let us know what it sounds like?
Essentially, it was the beginnings of La Floridita, starring Thorendir Grimsbane. And 'twas a normal, humble beginnings on the road down to the shore, and 'twas many a journey to before we got here. Lost many adventurers, some bold and some not so bold, like some pathetic ranger, who was the greatest yet worst ranger we had ever seen. And then we freed the Rockseeker's ancient home of the Rock Clenchers. And thus we found the ship, whom my friend, the Captain Pauly, named La Floridita. And this is her humble beginnings.
Excellent. I love that so much. So that is a success. Pauly.
I would love you just to do like that every day. So you could day
Captain's
2.
log.
Day Captain's log.
We'll make a tradition out of it.
I believe Pauly will probably be helping the sailors, so he'll be plotting the course from up in the crow's nest, but then seeing the zombies kind of really struggling with getting the sails down, I'm just going to fly and jump down and then catch the end of the sail of the rope, bring it down to its locking point, and then turn the rope so we get it right into the wind.
Mhm.
So acrobatics, I would say that to me.
Cool.
Me kind of just like flying and zipping through, making sure the sail is steering the way I need to do.
Yeah, at one point while you make the roll, at one point the ship is making its way towards a large stalagmite that erupts out of the Underdark lake, and you're able to fly down, push some of the zombies out of the way, and start hauling on ropes to sort of catch the wind and tack into the right direction to pull yourself out of that harm's way as the ship sort of lists to the side and cuts through the inky black water further and further into the Underdark. Ymir.
All right, Ymir is going to. Ymir is going to just continue banging that pommel of the axe but in the imperfect time with a sea shanty to try and boost the spirits of the crew, albeit half of them are undead and don't really care for it. But that would be a performance roll.
Okay.
God damn it.
That is a
It is a
failure.
9.
Leave the performance to Grimsbane.
I have a +4 in performance. Oh, wait, that wasn't on the right sheet.
Oh, no.
Only a +4. Peasant.
That's Caden. What do you
Peasant.
got? Why do you have Caden open? You,
Oh,
you
it's still the same.
yeah.
It's more of a failure.
It's even worse.
I got a +1 as Ymir.
So,
I got
Ymir,
+7.
describe to me this failure of a performance. How does it go wrong?
He's out of tune.
Yeah.
Not out of tune, out of time. Like
Yeah.
it's every like second or third beat. It's like
Out of,
that's not
out of
right.
tune and out of rhythm
Well,
as
he's
well.
not making any noise. He's just making a rhythm.
But even that's out of tune,
How can-
weirdly.
How can you make a
like he's not humming or anything. So there's no real tune. There's just a thud,
Yeah.
thud,
And even that
thud.
sounds
But
bad.
it's always the time between thuds gets longer and shorter as it goes. Like you think Ymir may be drunk, but you don't know if there's any alcohol around that he could have drank.
And the zombies trying to follow your instructions, pulling ropes and rowing and things like that are keep like doing it off time, and then they sort of catch themselves and then like try and match your time, thinking they've got it again, and then they just keep fucking it up and bumbling around and kind of bumping into each other. Winfred, you're up on the top deck with your captain's hat on.
Winfred is on the helm. On the helm's trying to steer the ship. So I'm gonna call it an athletics check, just
Sure.
to make sure I can steer the ship in the right direction.
Yeah, so what you can't see under the waters are these sort of strong currents and pushing the ship, listing it
17.
back and forth. But you're able to kind of wrest control of the helm and navigate sort of almost slaloming back and forth between the different stalagmites, these sort of pillars of stone that occasionally make up this undersea.
Cool.
Thorendir.
Well, Thorendir, after writing the memoirs of the La Floridita. Sorry, I've just had a bourbon and my lips are sticky. I can't pronounce the F.
Oh, I'm gonna have a whiskey, huh?
La Flor. Think of it as like a Spanish way. La Floridita.
Yeah, no, I can't flick my tongue.
Can't enunciate it at the
La
moment.
Floridita. Yeah, and I will do. Thorendir kicks his little face out his cabin after writing and goes and essentially yells at the crew that there will be great rewards tonight if they can there will be great rewards tonight, crew, if you can row exceptionally and get everything done by dusk. Big rewards to come. And gives Pauly a big old wink as Thorendir clearly is lying to everybody and gives a big old deception because the reward is clearly just Thorendir.
Love it.
Hold on.
Excellent. So deception. As the zombie crew, even the merfolk, Splug, and the rest of them are all highly encouraged of this idea of great rewards tonight, and double and triple their efforts to keep hold the ship together, and as you glide through the darkness of the undersea, occasional creatures, perhaps bats or something worse, sort of fly over, but no one is spooked as they kind of keep thinking of that internal mantra of there will be great rewards tonight.
There will be no spookums.
Pauly.
Pauly, after helping out with the sails, will then zoom back up to the parrot's nest and put his taloned foot up against the edge of the parrot's nest, and then look out with his dark vision goggles on and see anything. Like, see, it's like plotting the course, but also making sure we aren't going to run into any stalagmites or stalactites. Is it?
Yeah, stalactites hold on tight, and stalagmites might grow up to meet them.
Yeah.
Okay, so stalagmite. Cool. Stalagmites are in our path.
I mean,
So,
and stalactites,
gonna-
depending on how low the cave roof is.
Gonna roll perception.
This is true.
Ooh.
11.
The ship scrapes along sort of a reef or a stalagmite that you didn't quite catch. You're able to move you in and out of the way of most of them, but with a shunt on the ship. Everyone's kind of rocked a little bit there, and
Is that a success or?
no, it's a failure. Everyone's gonna take 2 damage.
Oh man.
Winfred takes responsibility for it because he doesn't know what's going on because he's a dumbass, and he just goes, "Sorry."
Ymir.
Ymir is just going to. Has anyone rolled perception recently?
Who
Oh,
just
no,
rolled
wait,
the
I'm-
perception.
I
Timmy
just-
just
Okay, yeah,
rolled
I'm not. I
perception.
can't. I'm not. I just realized I'm not doing that. That's a -1.
It's close cadence sheet.
Yeah. No. Caden Sheets is closed. Ymir
Stop
is
playing with it, or I'll take
going-
it away from you.
Ymir is, I have to go around this way to get up here. Ymir is going to go up to the front of the ship, and yell out.
The boat nose, I think, is the technical
Yeah,
term.
he's going to go stand on the boat nose up here. He's look at me, I'm flying. And he is going to just keep an eye on the water, to see if there are any creepy crawlies floating around out there. And I believe that would be a nature check because I'm making a roll at the nature of aquatic creatures near a ship.
Okay.
I was reaching for that one. 6.
And the game knows it too.
Yeah.
You head up to the boat nose, and you're looking into the deep. You're kind of leaning down, trying to see what different kind of fish and creatures there are. You think you can see something glowing, luminescent, bioluminescent under the waves, or under, it's not waves, but under the surface. And you're kind of leaning down a little bit to get a better look. And when you're not paying attention to this swarm of bat-like creatures kind of fly past you, and you are sort of dislodged from the boat nose, and there's the rest of the crew. You hear a splash. Winfred.
Hang on, my keyboard's fucking up. Sorry, can you repeat the last thing you said? I was trying to.
I
type
fell off the
something
boat.
in. Oh, you fell off the boat. What do I do? I feel like Ymir feels a little bit like Forky from Toy Story. He just wants to die. And I'm not sure whether I should let him die.
Death attracts him.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's.
Do I see from my position, because I would be up pretty high,
Sure.
would I see from my position Ymir fall off the boat?
Yeah, I think so, because he's at the
Okay.
front. He's like on the boat nose, like a mermaid statue.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden he's not there, and you hear a loud kaplonk.
I chuck the boat in neutral, and pop up the handbrake and just be like, "Man overboard!" And
Just bung a left.
chuck a Yui, and I wanna try and rescue Ymir. What kind of ability check would that require? I can't do athletics again, can I?
No, you
Can
cannot.
I?
This is the brilliance
No,
of
I
a skill
can't.
challenge.
Okay, cool. This is probably reaching real
Acrobatics,
far.
and then you like throwing the rope.
You've already done acrobatics.
Yeah, I was actually
Yeah, but
going to.
I did acrobatics.
I was actually
not
going to
last turn,
say,
the one
can I
before
do a
that.
survival
No,
skill
but-
check because I'm going for the survival of the crew?
No.
Fuck. All right. Fuck me. You
Can't
really
help
got
it,
me-
guys.
You
It's-
really got me by the balls here, Dan. I've only got like a limited number of skills.
I can save you mid if we go back around.
He's already banged it in neutral. Like, we're good.
Yeah. I've already chucked the car in neutral.
It's floating in neutral.
Exactly.
Can't do another athletics check.
You can't do athletics and you can't do whatever.
Alright.
You can't do nature.
Yeah.
Like those are your two primary ones, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Yeah, I'm
Survival
gonna
can
do
be done, but it needs to be worded better.
I was actually what I was typing before when my keyboard was fucking up. I was trying to see what uses a survival skill could do.
So survival, to follow tracks, hunt wild game, guide your group through the frozen wastelands, identify signs that owlbears live nearby,
you've
predict
cut
the
out
weather.
there, Dan.
avoid
I literally
quicksand.
lost half of that. You cut out something fierce.
Sorry. Avoid quicksand or other natural hazards, predict the weather, identify signs that owlbears live nearby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. One of those that you said before predict the weather. Avoid hazards. Like natural hazards. Water is a hazard, and stones don't float. So I would use my survival skill to save a rock from drowning.
Just give it to me. I want to see
I'm
this.
reaching real far for
Sure. Nah,
this.
yeah, and you will be punished for it.
Fuck! Oh, Ymir, you owe me one. Seriously.
I made your fucking hammer.
Huh?
I made your hammer.
Go jump in a lake.
I did.
You deserve that for that fucking shitty reach, Jacob. You deserve it.
That's amazing.
Oh God! F in the chat for Ymir because he's about to drown.
Yeah. Let me set up this. Where's Thorendir? Cool.
Save rock. You jump on rock.
So
I'm gonna
Ymir,
fall off the boat too, aren't I?
you've fallen off the boat. The boat itself has, or Winfred has kind of chucked it in neutral and tried to steer to do like a crazy drift to turn the boat around. But in doing so, has kind of led you, or led the boat in between a bunch of rocks, and you notice the ship actually plow through. And at the last moment, when you're thinking like, "Oh, I need to turn this to save Ymir," it cuts through what. The boat seems to sort of slow down, and you think it's not just because you chucked it in neutral. You think there's some kind
Fucking
of
broke the boat.
resistance.
I deserve that.
Pauly,
don't.
from your position up top, you see the boat has kind of gone a little too close to one of the shores, and some of these columns of rock, and between these columns of rock are spider webs that have slowed the rate of the ship.
Oh, get fucked.
Couldn't you have just hurt Winfred and not hurt the boat? I mean, just maimed him. Like, that would have been great. I would have loved that, you know? But not the boat.
Okay. All right. So am I overboard? Am I?
No. Just Ymir's overboard.
Oh, okay.
No, just me. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I love Predator's little boat as well.
yeah. So okay. So yeah, if you move that, it moves the boat. So don't move that until we're moving the boat.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It also, if you hold control and then move the scroll wheel, you can actually steer the boat.
That's cool.
What
And
you
it
saying,
will-
the good Tokyo
Now
Drift?
you understand why I can spin my token around.
and it moves you around on the boat too. If you
Aaron,
move
we need
around.
your soundboard more than ever.
I don't have it because I'm on my computer, man. I've only got like 3 sounds, dude.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I need to re-download them all.
You
Sorry.
get- you also-
That's entirely fair.
And in the darkness, beyond the vision of your night goggles, Pauly, the what was this sort of silent Underdark, you hear sort of a clicking and chittering and a da-da-chum, da-da-chick, da-da-chum, da-da-chuck, da-da-chew, da-da-chum, da-da-chick.
Oh, great.
And you see sort of multi-legged creatures with pincers crawling along the spider webs towards your ship. And that's where we're going to end it this week.
And Winfred finishes off with Dada Bear, Dada Bird, Dada Rock, Dada Ship. Yeah?
Very good. I'll give you inspiration for that, actually.
Yes!
Prime Winfred puns game, so strong.
That was good.
All right, lads. Well, I hope you enjoyed your first outing on La Floridita.
That's a good session.
That was wonderful.
That was
Thank you very much
solid
for
one.
that. I sincerely apologize for any damages that I've done to the ship for my terrible reaching for the ability. I'm really going to read up on some of my abilities to find out what I can do with it.
Yeah, you're coming out of your wages. Don't worry.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Ymir will enforce it. Don't worry.
Yeah, as soon as you get wages, this is coming out of him.
As soon as Ymir's back on the ship.
Knock down Winfred for damages to ship.
No. Winfred's that one kid out of the fucking what was the movie called? And I was like, you guys are getting paid?
You guys getting paid? Look, I just want you to know all wages coming out of the treasury, which Thorendir is charge of. I'll tell you right now, any damage to the ship, who does it comes out of their pay.
Absolutely.
So at the
Technically,
moment-
it's Ymir's fault because he's the one who fell overboard.
You're the one that crashed the ship, helmsman.
That's
Yeah,
true.
nah, but I was trying to save my crewmate.
You're the helmsman, and you crashed the ship.
But he's part of the
Well,
crew.
we
job.
got crew members to yell
Hey,
at people to pick up Ymir. You're the helmsman, and you crashed the ship.
The helmsman's
Yeah.
If anything, Ymir didn't really do anything. He just fell off the ship.
Yeah, he just went for a. He just went for a.
It's a natural
nice
hazard.
little
Ymir,
swim.
you crashed
Look,
the ship.
I'll be completely honest with you. All I wanted to do is chuck the ship into neutral and do a really sick drift, but I couldn't do an athletics check anymore.
being
And so, yeah, I was gonna do a fucking anchor turn, and I couldn't do an athletics check anymore.
Well,
I
you
was
could have
so mad.
You could have just done. You could have done persuasion and said, "Crew, drop further the sails and drop the anchor, boys."
I'm not the most charismatic bear out there. I'm just
No,
gonna
it's
put
still,
that
it's still a
out
check,
there.
mate.
You're the most You're the most charismatic bear in my heart.
Absolutely.
Oh, thanks, Daddy Dan.
It's still coming out of
But
your-
yeah, it is still coming out of my wages. It's that. No. Look, I rolled a natty 1. I'm definitely getting a pay. Docked out of my pay. Ha! Docked pay. It's a
I hate it
ship.
here. I hate it here.
Yeah.
Ymir,
Okay. I'm
Ymir
leaving
just
now.
fucking face palms in the water.
Just in his.
All right.
You got to remember, Ymir is heavily weighed down by scale mail, shield, and all
Yeah.
the weapons he carries.
Is
You
he
may-
wearing half plate though?
I thought he was wearing
I wear
scale mail. It
half
might be
plate.
half plate.
It's literally made of stone, guys.
How much-
Like, I
can
don't
you-
think any plate is gonna. weigh you down
Ymir,
at
you
all.
want to know how much I weigh?
Yeah.
335 pounds at the moment.
So a
Plus
solid,
the weight of my character, which is
so it's like
another...
a solid 100, 200 kilos at least.
Oh,
Yep.
no, but flesh is also semi-buoyant. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we'll cut that down to half. So I weigh as a person. Ymir weighs. Where was it? I think it was actually on here. Features and trait. No, it was extra. No, description. Here we go. 220 pounds. So what? 110 kilos. Cut that in half. 55 kilos plus 150 kilos. 200 kilos.
Doesn't sound super buoyant.
Hang on.
No, sinking like a rock.
Stone.
I'm 900 kilos.
Yeah, but you're a big ass fucking bear.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, but Ymir has a lot of equipment weighing him down.
right.
So
But I've got a lot of equipment weighing me down.
this could be like a moment where Ymir's like drowning, and then you rescue him, or you go to rescue him, and he's like, "Are you still hanging on?"
And just make it so much worse.
I was thinking it'd be like, "Are you still hanging on to the can in the vending machine?" And he's just like,
No.
drop the bag of gear, and he just floats to the surface.
I'm just
that
imagining that Pokemon comic, like, go Wailord, and then Wailord like comes down over the horizon, like.
Yeah, you could jump in and do a barely flop.
That was good.
bad.
I'll
That was
I'll
bad.
pay that. That's good.
That was very bad.
That was fucking brilliant.
Speaking,
No, man.
Sorry.
He wouldn't bear flop. He's too busy doing bear stroke.
Timmy,
that-
what'd you say?
Okay, I like that
I
one.
was really, really proud of my like quick thinking with the fucking zombies going. "Look, that Kingston's crew."
that was very good.
We would have died. We would have straight up fucking died. I could not fight like several zombies on 6 health. I was,
Oh, you're lucky I came back when I did. Otherwise, we would have been dead.
mate, you have no idea.
Oh, it gets worse, Aaron, in that Ymir decided to head back to the dwarf mine whilst Pauly and Winfred decided to clean the ship and look in the inside of the ship. So not only did they split the party, they decided to go in there with 6 health between them. And
Full health.
And-
I was on full health.
and
I'm
get
just
it-
fucking.
You just got one tapped almost.
Yeah.
By a
So
swarm of
6 health
rats.
between us.
Covered in 2 swarms of rats.
Yeah.
Bloody hell,
Aaron,
boys.
what you missed just before you got here, we went into combat with a swarm of rats, and I was standing right next to Pauly. And
It was just done by Winfred.
yeah, I was standing right next to Pauly, and I had 2 swarms of rats. One was on him, and one was about to like jump onto either me or him. And I've gone into rage, and it's landed on fire.
Oh no.
So most of the damage that was done to Pauly was done by Winfred.
You boys gotta stop killing each other, man.
I don't kill anyone. Just the bad guy.
I've got to go on a fucking spirit journey. Dan, we got to organize a spirit journey for Winfred, just like a short solo campaign side mission thing, so we can get these fucking powers under control. Because I need more control over these elemental abilities.
Absolutely. Well, we'll look in the wild magic barbarian table, and we'll see what other random bullshit we can throw in to actually make it worse. Because I'm not about the control. I'm more about just making it more weird.
Are we gonna turn Winfred into a wild magic barbarian? Are we?
I think we'll still have it the same one, the storm one, because I think that still fits the thing. But we'll add elements.
I like the
of-
elemental thing.
Yeah, I think we'll add elements of the wild surge to it, and maybe add some more element, or add an extra element or something.
I'm just bringing this up now because some of these powers are fucking insane. If it wants to load for me, come on.
Well, I know wild magic
Yeah, go
sorcerers
for it,
can
Tim.
get an ability that, or at one point they get an ability that's like instead of rolling random, they get to roll twice and then choose the result. So there's always potential for something like that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna list off a couple of them. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 necrotic damage. You also gain temporary hit points equal to 1d12 plus your barbarian level. Which means like I'm currently level 4, so I could do 1d12 necrotic damage to every enemy that I can see,
And then heal
and
up.
get up to 16 temporary hit points.
Yep.
Number 2, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see until your rage ends. You can use this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action. an intangible spirit like a
Oh,
flump
you'd
or a
be
pixie.
Blinky Bear, just blinking in and out of
Blinky Bear,
existence.
yeah, Blinky Bill. A flump or a pixie appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you. At the end of your turn, the spirit explodes. And each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage. Until your rage ends, you can use this again, summoning as a bonus action. What's the other one that I really
just summon
like?
a bunch of flumps.
Yeah. There was one that I really liked, and this is ridiculous, and it reminds me of Iron Man, and this is why I love it. A bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of your next turn. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So literally, like Winfred can just get a titty cannon and just blind everybody with his hairy nipples.
Yeah.
And I love wild magic barbarians.
Yeah.
think
We'll
this
take a
is
look at it
amazing.
and make sure it still fits in the like the elemental thing that we've sort of laid the groundwork for Winfred.
Yeah,
I
look,
think it does.
if
I think there's
can-
multiple elements in there, but
Yeah, instead of having 3 elements, I have like 6 or 8 or fucking 12 or whatever, and they all do random bullshit. I'd be pretty happy with that.
yeah.
But
Well,
there was one really cool thing, which is basically just like anytime a creature hits me. Here it is. Anytime a creature hits me, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution, which is similar to like Thornmail out of League of Legends.
Yeah.
Or yeah, something like that. A lightning shield. So yeah.
100%. Well, we'll work that out, and we'll see how we go with next week. I'm going to be in Perth, possibly from Monday.
Oh, wait, isn't Perth went into lockdown today?
Yeah, so that's why it's a maybe.
Right, okay.
I've booked flights.
Yeah.
It's like a family thing
Yeah.
to visit family and attend some funerals and stuff. But obviously, with the
okay.
lockdown and whatnot, it might not go ahead. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated.
I know that there was a lot of restrictions when I had to go up to New South Wales to do the same thing. But well, best of luck. Let us know how you go.
Yeah, if I can get someone to run the stream side, actually, it's probably a lot easier because I'll be on my laptop and I could, in theory, run the game and just get someone else to run the stream. Yeah, might do that.
Yeah.
You can be my cameraman.
Yeah, I'll be, because I'm still on late, so I wouldn't be able to do it. So
yeah, that's all good. And I've extended the Kraken challenge. We're currently at 65% for Unleash the Kraken. Because I might be away for 2 weeks, I've actually added 30 more days to allow it, as you'll probably be in the Undersea and Underdark for at least another 4 weeks. And there's plenty of time to get that Kraken unleashed. I mean, between now and next week would be the perfect time to unleash the Kraken. You know, when one of them's already in the water and the ship has sort of run aground upon spiderwebs, I feel would be the perfect time for a Kraken to appear.
And we all just had a long rest as well, which would be nice.
yeah, sorry, I just looked. I actually finished at 6:15 next Monday, so I should be home by 7 then.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm back on 5 p.m. finishes next week, which is nice.
Well, if Dylan can run the stream, that's perfect.
It's easy.
We can probably still run it.
Yeah, I can send him the.
Yeah, just means I'm here at 7 instead of fucking 20 past 8.
Like if you're visiting family, mate, that's more important.
Yeah, family comes first.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know if things need to change. And worst case scenario, we put it on hold for a week or two and then pick it up anyway.
No dramas.
But yeah, and then we'll come back. We'll have. I mean, Kate is in the chat, our biggest fan, obviously dumping so many points into inspiration and whatnot. And there's room for her on the boat now, as they've put up the big flag, the Toweleeeie flag, and maybe the team needs a cleric.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, please.
We need a cleric.
Yeah, I'm very sick of waiting.
Is this
for healing you can.
Is this Keiki Sama?
Yeah.
Can we just call it cake?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll need to finish that story of Kate's character, Dylan's new character, and the other captain, Ice Leeson, in Waterdeep. So stay tuned for that. All of you lot, I assume, are already following and
Can she just
it.
like join next Monday? She just flushed herself down a toilet or something?
She just arrives via Bifrost, like straight onto the boat.
I'm pretty sure.
Welcome to the party, pal.
I don't know where we fall with the other like side campaign that we were doing, but I get the feeling that could be going on around the same time that we're on the boat.
Yeah.
Our little side story that we're playing through at the moment might be happening right now, so I don't think she could flush herself down the toilet.
Then
bitches.
Then again, maybe there's a time skip because she is a drow and has spent a lot of time in the Underdark, so maybe this is her domain.
Oh wait, what's the class race combo again?
Can we save that? And then it's even better.
Okay. Yeah, look,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
Or-
We'll keep that a secret for now.
Or you can go onto youtube.com/NFG Media and go watch the side quest video.
Plug. Shameless plug.
And then make sure you
the
subscribe,
side,
bell,
there is a
whatever.
video.
That was good. That was actually really good. I watched that for a bit when I had a chance to. It was good.
Yeah. I've got a lot of free time at work, so I'll probably watch it tomorrow.
Mate, watch that, and then what you shouldn't watch is Rustage's One Piece D&D campaign, because I'm going to watch that just to steal a bunch of ideas. So if you could just stay away from that, if it's any good, I'm just going to steal ideas from it, and I'm just going to
already seen it, man. I'm so sorry, man. I've watched that a lot, man.
Rustage's One Piece thing.
Yeah, Rustage and Tekken's fucking One Piece D&D, bro.
No shit. I've been getting into Rustage and Daddy Fat Snaps.
Oh, dude, you forget how much of One Piece fan I am, bro.
Shown you this yet, Aaron?
Yeah, at least you didn't build the model where it's fucking broken. I would cry.
I know, but that's it too. So you can actually build that into a broken version of it, which is the most sad. The most any person will ever cry for an inanimate object in anything you ever watch. I promise you.
Except when this ship goes, then I'll be upset.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look, nah, let's not talk about that just yet. We just got it.
I'm gonna send this to Timmy, I guess, but I'll send it to you as well, Aaron. You might have already seen it, which is Rustage's Luffy vs Goku rap battle. Rustage and I think who's the other guy? Possibly Shadow or something. Shadow do a rap battle of Luffy versus Goku.
Amazing.
So yeah, I'll send that to you after this. But all right, lads. Well, look, thank you very much. I've had an amazing time. It's been super fun getting back into the swing of it now that we're in the Undersea.
Yeah, good.
And I'm very glad all the boat stuff has come together well, and we have more exciting ways to throw death and pain and scares at you over the coming weeks. So.
Yeah, and Winfred's terrible boat driving skills. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
More helmsman bullshittery.
And for Dragon Ball Z.
We're gonna have a peer review meeting about you being. Say that right fucking now. You're gonna
Wait, look, fuck off. You didn't spot that from like all the way up there.
5 of the zombies, and then like Ymir. Thorendir and I going, look, this isn't working out.
If you tell Ymir this isn't working out, he may be very upset and cut you in half.
I mean, what's it going to take to demote?
We're saying that to Winfred about him being the helmsman.
Oh, all good, all good.
Look. I took the fall for you and your shitty perception check. So like,
one city perception check.
I'm nothing if not taking one for the team.
Why are you trying to compare a critical fail to me rolling an 11, mate?
Because you're the one that caused us to take 2 damage each.
You crashed the ship.
2 damage.
Fuck off.
2 damage each sounds kind of like a Winfred fire special, honestly.
I agree. You smacked me for like 6 damage. So I don't know why you're
Yeah, mate. Fire sale, mate. You get 2 damage. You get 2 damage. You get 2 damage.
Oh man. All right, I got a bubble tea waiting for me, so I got to bounce.
Have a lovely
See you guys
night. I'm
later.
going to say goodnight to everyone in the chat.
Bye, Cake. See you soon. Bye.
All right.
Thank you, guys. That was awesome. Thank you, DM Daddy.
Good night, my lovely children. Say hi to your mum for me. Give her a kiss on the cheek. Mwah.
I definitely will.
Thank you very much for hanging out with us here for the Tatts and Tarrasques. Hopefully we'll be back next week. If not, maybe in a couple of weeks' time. But you'll only know if you hit follow and join us for the next time. Thank you very much, especially to I saw some people in the chat there. Obviously, Kate, my lovely Tatts and Tarrasques lads, Aaron, the biggest Steve, of course, who is Captain Ice Leeson in the side quest, Turrell, I think I saw, and Astov Gaming as well. Just making a good old time in the chat and hanging out with us on a Monday night. I've been your DM Daddy for this evening. I'll tuck you in. Have a good night, and mwah, mwah, mwah.